All right, hopefully the audio is loud enough for you guys. I've got it actually pretty quiet for me. I want it louder. All right, Ante 1. I do have some inside info on this game. Gothic told me that they are going to be looking for the variance play. They're going to try to find some line that Bean won't take and hope that it is stronger than what Bean would do. Let me also hop in the correct channel here just in case anybody wants to join me. So we'll see. Obelisk is definitely a line Bean wouldn't take. Unfortunately, we don't have enough money. And this is an interesting decision right away in the pack. Immolate for $20 or a Red Seal. Both are very strong. $20 can get you the Econ League right away. But a Red Seal, I mean, you might not be able to find another one. And it looks like both players are going to do the same thing. Opening the pack. A duo in the pack is strong. Both players pick it up. Now here for Gothic, an Obelisk would be variance. Bean hates Obelisk. So if Gothic can make it work, it could be the difference. We saw yesterday, there was a couple games I casted where Obelisk won 2 of them just on their own. And Gothic picks it up, is going to take it, and we see a photograph in the shop for Bean. That's pretty strong. One thing to note with this Obelisk is you really gotta set it up, right? You can't start scaling it right away. You have to play a specific type of hand a lot of times, and then have a little bit of a buffer. And once you have that, then you can start to scale it up. Usually, I mean, it depends on the game. Here we're on white stake, so it's gonna be a longer game than if it was higher stake. Like a tempo line of trying to scale it quicker with less buffer hands might not work as well. But, you know, it's hard to know. I think maybe like 7 or 8 buffer hands would be good. And it looks like we got a Blue Seal and a holographic card. Blue Seal is not amazing when you're playing Obelisk, right? Because you're trying to play a bunch of different types of hands. All right, and we've got a Hermit in the shop. And yeah, we see a spending difference here. I mean, Gothic picking up a bunch of different jokers here. These could be strong. These could win the first PvP or so. And a Bloodstone. Ooh, Bean doesn't look thrilled. Picks it up. But yeah, like this base mult of the misprint here could be enough to win the first PvP. If Bean doesn't find any other base malts this ante. And here, the Hermit is much worse for Gothic because of these early pickups. And it's only going to be $5, which is not great. Now, Pants and Obelisk is a combo we have seen. It is pretty strong. Bloodstone is not great for Obelisk. You don't want to be playing a ton of flushes like you do with Bloodstone. You want to be playing a lot of different types of hands. Pants is great. You can play 2 pairs a bunch to get a buffer and scale the base mult of Pants, and then switch to other hands when you're ready to start scaling Obelisk. You already have the base mult from Pants, and then you start getting the X mult from Obelisk. It is pretty strong. And a Dusk. Obelisk is looking pretty weak now. Dusk Bloodstone is a pretty good combo. And any of the base malts from Pants is happening after the X malt from Bloodstone. So that will be weaker. See a couple purple seals in the pack. That's pretty strong. And it looks like we're playing 2 pairs. Gothic has their play hand and discard buttons swapped. It always gets me every time. Bean gonna sell the duo for interest. Doesn't think they need it. I mean, it's only a 2x. And we have the Blue Seal on the side of Bean. So getting those flush levels is really strong. If Bloodstone's only gonna trigger, you know, on average 5 times with Dusk, we want those X-Malt triggers to be as high as possible. Right there, it didn't trigger at all. And we only got 948 points. We don't get the win in 1. So it might be a little bit harder to find this flush level. All right, and Gothic ready for the PvP, timering up with a full Joker slot. We do not find the Dusk. We do not find the Acrobat. That could be the difference. Empress as well for Bean is going to be really strong for them to bring into the PvP. And Bean does not find the flush to get out here with the flush level. Is calculating if maybe high card is just enough. It might be with the Empress card. And if Bean can find these Empress cards in the PvP, it will also be very strong because that plus mult will happen before the X mult of Photograph. And it looks like he's going to go for a high card, and it does win with the Acrobat. A high card level. Yeah, difficult start for Gothic. I mean, just picking up... Oh. It's a dice. Oh. So, Bloodstone dice is just an ancient on one suit. Being down a dice in a Bloodstone game is brutal. It is brutal. All right, let's see what we're talking about.
Life, maybe the next one, and then go down. Hello.
Well, hello.
What interesting times we live in.
This is a start for sure. It's I'm kind of a fan of it, I can't lie.
Oh, and a magician up top for Bean. He's also very strong with the dice.
Get too much rolling that ante?
No, I didn't have any money ever.
So there's a tough decision in that first spectral pack, huh?
You open the spectral pack, not the buffoon pack. You always open the buffoon pack.
It is my number one rule, never miss a buffoon pack, you're right.
Bean here getting some extra info out of Gothic, knows that they did not roll deep, knows they are most likely up a dice and maybe a dusk, and also is trying to get some info about what they took in the spectral pack. Oh, the Terras are pretty strong for Bean, getting the deck fixing online already. Gothic gonna find them as well.
I can do that. I think that would also be nice, and we run this.
That's a pretty strong hand. I mean, that there's...
So this
Gothic's
is what was in the spectral pack.
Oh my.
He's leguming again.
Yeah, I don't have that.
There can be more spectral packs.
There can. Good lordy. All right, good luck, good luck.
Look at the smile on his face. Taking down the PvP and trying to bait like Gothic did not go into the spectral pack. Obviously, we know Gothic did. Gothic doing a good job to legume back. And then Bean just saying, oh, this is from the spectral pack. It's not. $20 was. Being able to roll deeper might have been, but obviously we know Gothic had that advantage as well. It is green stake, so maybe passing on some of these jokers like Pants, like Duo, like Misprint that we picked up, saving money to look was rewarded from Bean here. Maybe Gothic's line of wanting to have some variance, trying to find different lines would have worked out better on a higher stake like gold stake. Less money, you know, maybe that misprint that we picked up that Bean didn't would have mattered a lot more on a stake like gold stake. Maybe Bean would have picked it up as well. And here Bean with the dusk, with the hearts, going to be able to pick up the flush level again, which is very strong. Like we said, scaling that base mult is great. And plus 20 mult, no money procs yet for the lucky card. And we see a Justice up top with a gold card in the deck. Interesting so far. I mean, it's going to be tough to come back from a dice bloodstone unless, I mean, we could always see another dice. It's not impossible. Variance only works on low power seeds. That is correct. I mean, Obelisk is a strong joker you know, it is maybe the strongest we had seen so far before Dice Bloodstone. But I mean, as soon as we find Dice Bloodstone, it's going to be pretty tough. And again, this blue seal that Bean picked up, that Gothic didn't, just paying off huge. Gothic obviously said they're going to look for the variance lines because they're not sure if they can win on the min-max line. And Bean here getting a blue seal flush level every single time is doing really well with the min-maxing, already up to level 5, is very strong. See here, Gothic playing flushes. This obelisk can start to scale now, depending on the hands we've been playing so far. I haven't gotten to look at the deck. A madness, probably not what you want on a low stake seed. It looks like we have 11 2 pairs. That's a wonderful buffer. We can start to play flushes with the Bloodstone in PvP and maybe look for pairs, high cards, full houses, 3 of a kinds in the blinds to start to scale it, and then save our flushes for PvP, because with Bloodstone that's still going to be our stronger scoring. And I mean, Bloodstone a lot of times can also be fake. Without the dice, it's kind of weak. Without a retrigger, it's really weak and can be overvalued. Obviously, we find the dice and the retrigger, so that's pretty strong, and we'll see how it impacts this PvP.
I did not realize how much green stake actually does.
How much scaling there is?
Not the blinds so much, but the no payout from small blind.
Oh yeah.
I got no money.
Never have money.
Yeah, no lucky hits so far with the dice. Yeah, and we see the econ here is not that far off. Bean was able to spend a lot in the first ante, and or rather the second ante, and that's how they found this Dusk and dice. But if Gothic can roll, he can roll a little bit deeper in the next ante than Bean could with an econ joker, then they might be able to find something even better.
Oh, maybe I could end this though.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, I'm kind of an all or nothing situation right now. All right, I guess this is the all.
No money hits. But this is still a score.
I won't discard this gold card until I know if I'm worth just holding on to it. I'll just hold on to it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll hold on to this gold card.
I could use a gold card right now. I could really use that. I get no interest here. And I don't even get the comeback money. I need that. You mind just scoring 7 mil real quick?
I would if I could. I really would.
Hey, I appreciate the sentiment.
You can. It's okay though. Yeah, unlucky so far. Obelisk scaling up 1.8x.
All right, here goes my 2,000 point hand.
You mean 7 million?
1.3.
We'll call that a value squeeze. You tried to steal the money from me. I get it.
All right, good luck, good luck.
Good luck.
$39. The econ is back up for Gothic, taking the skip, and not too heavily punished. There was not a much else in that ante. We already found all the good stuff in ante 1. I'm gonna pick up the DNA. Could be good to get some glass online, and ooh, a red seal steel card. It's a high card seed. I'm kidding. Red seals are great with Bloodstone. I mean, they don't necessarily have to be face cards. Any retrigger is strong. More triggers of the Bloodstone. Obviously, with the dice, it's like another retrigger effectively. Instead of 1 and 2 on 5 cards, it's 1 and 2 on 10 cards. it would be the same as a 2 out of 2 on 5 cards, theoretically. Obviously, it could be better, could be worse, but on average, we are finding these purple seals pretty reliably. We are up 1 purple seal on Bean, so we might be able to use that to get a deck fixing advantage. Looking at maybe playing the purple seal here. Bean is going to get rid of the blue seal, thinks they might have enough levels for base malt, and instead going to prioritize looking for the luckies for econ. Very smart. I mean, right now, econ is what's holding them back. If there's something in this shop, they won't be able to see it. So really looking for a plus 20, and doesn't get it. So the skip from Gothic is actually working out pretty well to be able to have enough money, you know, to pick up this DNA and maybe get some better deck fixing online. Obelisk at 2.4 now. I believe our Obelisk hand is 2 pair. So we just need to make sure we're not playing those, and the Obelisk will scale up pretty high. Soul on Arcana is what Gothic needs. Ooh. I have watched too many Soul games. If a Soul happens this game or this set, I will just think I'm cursed or something. Alright, and we do get the flush with the Empress cards. Again, we don't have any flush levels, so the base malt from these Empress cards are going to be pretty strong in scoring. It is better to put those first. Yes, they realize. The play hand on the right throws me off a little bit every time. Bean finds their luckies again with Dusk, surely this time. Never lucky. Never lucky, $7. I mean, even without the money, the Dice Bloodstone we know is enough to even take the next PvP, looking at the same Joker lineups. But a Lusty Joker, plus malt on the hearts, could be nice before the photograph. And a Magician Fool is a way to get your luckies to hit. More lucky hits, or more luckies means more chance for them to hit. And Gothic going into the big blind. Bean is already readied up. I mean, they know what they're looking for. It's play down to Dusk, find the luckies, find the blue seal if possible. Gothic here picking up another blue seal in a pack. Like we said, is a little bit tough with Obelisk. Unless, I mean, there's levels to it, but we want to play a lot of different types of hands with Obelisk, but maybe we're looking for one specific hand in the PvP, like a flush. So if we're able to get some flush levels and only play those a couple times to keep them open for our high scoring in the PvP, it could be pretty strong. Copying a glass is not bad as well. Need a Sun card to get those online, and that could be an edge as well. I mean, we're down a Dusk, but a times 2x on a glass is stronger than 1.5x of Bloodstone, so I don't see why it couldn't win. A flush? Will this score 12,000? Maybe with the plus 10 of the holographic card and some good Bloodstone hits? It does, okay. And the Obelisk, of course. What's with the seeds lately? I don't know, did you watch some of the games yesterday? Woo! Those seeds were crazy. Unless that's what you were saying with the Dice Bloodstone, in which case you would be correct. It's a crazy seed. Bean doing something with their cards. Oh, and we find a Sock and Buskin. This is what I was saying. We see the econ lead for Gothic, that early, or that skip last ante that we saw, the investment skip, paying off in a huge way here. Able to find a retrigger that Bean doesn't have. Now, if we're able to play around, you know, the Sock and Buskin, and find a dice, we're on even footing. So we're close. We're close.
Welcome back.
They're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
The
back.
money finally came to Santi.
Yeah.
The money was flowing. The payouts were there, and I found some interesting cards that you might be scared of here.
I found a very interesting judgment that I popped.
Did this Sock and Buskin come from the
Yeah,
judgment?
me too.
He's lying. Uh-oh, Bean's nervous now.
Let's try one of these.
Get a magician, some cards here. First is nice.
And that 13k is a like strong force to compete against.
The 1300.
Yep.
Yeah, 13,000 would be like 10 times better.
Quick math.
It would be. That is how that works, doesn't it?
Correct.
I suppose at the very least I get to see what you're putting up here.
It's going to be a lot.
That is true.
Being not sure if they want to keep the bonus cards. Again, with this much X-Malt that we're going to have, those chips could be pretty strong, but needs the money. Can't miss another Sock and Buskin. Or similar.
Alright. I guess this is what I'm putting up.
No luckies. No lucky hits.
Got smaller. How'd it do that?
Yeah, I think I
It
was just going to
supposed be
say,
bigger.
Bean score's
Maybe
gotten
something
smaller.
was crunchy earlier, I don't know.
Thinking he might have broke glass. Didn't even play it.
Now I have to decide, what do I do?
It's a good question. I don't know if...
What good
I
fun.
don't think you got through, man.
I don't think I do either. If I had a sun card, that would be perfect, but I don't. So, you know, these things happen.
We would have wanted to put those Empress cards first, but it's not going to get us anywhere close to 3 mil.
Interesting. That's a big second hand.
Like,
I'm pretty reliant on one card I have right now that that was pretty early.
Maybe Dusk, maybe Dice. Fool upstairs is nice.
I guess it's just going to be this really incredibly strong high card to finish.
High card build? Let's see it. Bear in
Could be a high
mind.
card seed.
All right.
All right.
Last life rally.
Last life rally indeed. 4-1 on the lives. Is the overlay updating? It's not. Give me un momento, por favor. Stands for 1 moment, please. Sorry, that was really cringe. 1 life. Burning high cards for Obelisk. This is true. Potentially. We do, yep, we've got 11 2 pairs, so we can play a lot of pairs, which are also easy to find, and we still have a couple high cards in a sticky situation. I mean, yeah, this is doable. I mean, if we see, oh, there's the Dusk. Now we're up a retrigger. It's still down a dice is brutal, but being up a retrigger, I mean, like we said, could, if the odds work out on the Bloodstone, be stronger. You know, we just need it to hit. Oh, and a blueprint. What are these seeds, man? I can't keep doing this. Every game I cast yesterday, if you didn't see Justin versus Halion, there was a Perkeo, and we found a blueprint and a brainstorm in that seed. Could have been Quadra Perkeo with an ancient, with an invis. Insane. Double Baron in the 3rd game. I don't want to spoil anything, but first seed was also crazy. And it looks like we're saying goodbye to the Obelisk. Up retrigger and glass. This is true. 4 glass. We really need a sun card here on the side of Gothic. And they find the blueprint. They don't look thrilled about it. I think it's perfectly fine. I think we can kind of get out of DNA. We have 4 glass cards. We just need to find a sun. And we're pretty strong. Bean needs to find some econ. They have been struggling with these lucky cards. At first, might have been expected. Now, it's crazy. It's crazy we have not seen a lucky hit on the side of Bean. Not finding the blue seal either for an additional flush level. But those ones that we did find are pretty strong. Surely we see a plus $20 hit here. There's one. One hit. That's what Bean needed. Sell photo for the glass. That could also be true, but photo is a 2, 4, 6, could be 8x, could be 16 if we copy it with the blueprint. Might be hard to come back from that. It is a common, so it could come back around. Dropping bloodstone has more upside. I mean, true, copying glass is just a 2x. There it is. Copying glass is a 2x. If we can just get a lot of glass online, it's better than 1.5x of bloodstone being retriggered how many times, and glass for scoring does not take up a joker slot. You know, we can have the DNA, the sock, the dusk, and whereas bloodstone dice takes up 2 joker slots. So now not able to use the DNA, and we don't have another retrigger. I mean, if Bean finds a retrigger here, it gets really difficult for them to decide to go into the photograph or to go into the retrigger. And here we go, starting to print glass. Now we have a lot, and just like that, seed flips. We find some great jokers and up a retrigger from an investment skip earlier on, and now the game is just about even, if not favored for Gothic with all of these glass cards. It's still strong for Bean. I mean, plus 20 hits, it's econ, it's a lot of scoring. Copying, you know, the bloodstone will be incredibly strong. We'll see. I mean, I don't know the math. I've got I've got my calculator right here to do some calculations, but it's not going to be, it's not going to help me here. And yeah, I mean, we see like the min-max decisions. Bean gets another plus $20 hit, another one, 54. These are the hits they were looking for, and 42 million is a really strong score. I don't know what the glass with 2x will score here. I think it'll be close. It's a 2x obviously, and we are going to be re-triggering that an additional time than the 1.5x. But it's going to be interesting math. I think the glass can work out. Gothic is on 1 life. If he was on 2, he'd win. It's hard to say. I mean, right now with blueprint, sock and buskin, duskin, photograph, like besides DNA, our joker slots are kind of set. We're just looking for like another retrigger, which is like a hanging chad, which is a common. And that could be strong enough here. We do see an econ joker for Bean, which, I mean, you can't really take. Like I said, our joker slots are kind of set. So we're just praying on the dice to continue hitting. It has not been working out for us, and that's probably what Bean's thinking right now, but gonna ready up anyway. I think we're gonna see some leguming from Bean, and I think they will not. Oh, we're gonna play it. Whoa, wait. I guess we kind of needed to. We were out of hands. We held on to the glass. How many breaks? No breaks. Okay, no breaks. That's crazy. We could have probably gotten out if we had discarded glass and found some other face cards by copying photograph. We probably didn't need to play that many glass either. Going to justice again. That's a lot of glass. A lot of glass. Another red seal. Meh. I mean, obviously we could glass it, but we have Sock and Buskin, so looking to glass a face card over a red seal numbered card. And Gothic here at the same point in shop, but going into the big blind. I mean, their econ advantage has been pretty strong here, and I mean, we're up to 7 glass here. This is pretty good. Somebody's saying they wanted to know their scoring potential. I think that's very true. I mean, I was sitting here not knowing, you know, what this would score, and, you know, having a little bit of an idea. Obviously, a flush 5 would score more. Again, that base malt being really strong. And Gothic, I mean, I don't know what our suits are looking like. We could hold on to these Lucky and Malt Queen, and it would be enough just on its own. Okay, we're gonna Sun. Emperor for a Lovers is also strong. Could throw that on the Malt card, and honestly, like this Malt card copying the photograph might win on its own. A high card might be enough. It's a lot of X Malt. This will definitely be enough. We're not copying. Okay, we are copying. And I guess let's find out what we score. Here, putting that holographic card first would be a lot stronger. Obviously, getting the base mult up before all of the X mult of the glass cards, but not the biggest deal here. And no breaks. And that is a big score. 9 billion is the highest score we've seen so far. Gothic is still ahead on Econ, gets to open these packs, gets to roll maybe a little bit. Finds another purple seal. They are at 57 cards, 58 cards in the deck, excuse me. And we do need to find a lot of glass. Not the hardest when we can copy with the blueprint DNA, but we'll see what happens here.
Hello.
Hello.
I gotta admit something, Gothic.
What's that?
I cheated this game. I had the seed pulled up on the second monitor.
Oh, and you planted that
Only-
seed and it blossomed into a beautiful plant.
It really did. A beautiful blue plant.
Don't play this Gothic.
That's right. My last couple of hands, I've only scored about, I don't know if it was 8 billion or trillion. I don't know how many dots over it was, but we're getting there.
Trillion.
It's it's,
Billion. I lied. It's
like,
billion.
give or take a few commas. It's definitely close.
There's the mult. There's the holographic card.
Well, don't let this pair of jacks make you cry. Because they just
my
prop
gosh, the lucky
3
hits.
times on a lucky card in a row on the same hand. So, it's a lot of emotional tension to deal with.
You must be playing different lucky cards than mine.
I'm just way further back in the queue than you are.
Also true.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I'll let you know. The money isn't coming anytime soon.
It's not. And a sun card is also strong. Can maybe start to set up some flush 5 or flush house here. Need to
I wish
find
the
these
purple
glass
seals
cards.
were coming, but they flat out refuse.
So that was Gothic's thinking there behind not using the DNA, was to save their discards for purples, which is not inherently a bad idea. But, being on 1 life, we just need to find our purples. Extra deck fixing from these purples is not going to be crazy unless we find a sun. And here we are. We have 3 glass cards out of 8 in our deck. And right now, if we had discarded first, we could have copied DNA. Instead, we're not going to be doing that. 76 million should be beatable with this glass if we put the lucky card first.
I've definitely got that.
Bean doesn't like to hear that.
I guess I put that one first and then the other one, and then I just hit play hand and make sure the play hand is on the right hand side because I'm British.
Wait, put the... Oh.
You can't forget that step.
Can't forget that step.
No lucky hits. Is it? It is enough.
All right, enjoy the money.
Oh, I appreciate it. That $4 actually very big.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, up a retrigger in a glass seed. Family can't take. It could be a take for Gothic. Gothic is loving life right now, and I would be too in their position. Bean probably thought they were just taking this. Why'd they put the glass first? My best guess is players are used to playing Hanging Chad with Photograph. Oh, Polychrome on the Sock and Buskin. I think players are used to playing Hanging Chad, where it retriggers that card an additional time. Ancient Joker, there you go. Dice Bloodstone is useless now. Not useless, but Ancient is Dice Bloodstone in 1 card, just changing suits. Again, sorry, back to what I was saying. The glass card being first retriggered more would be more points, but obviously right now we are not retriggering that card more than any of the other cards, so hoping for a plus 20 might have been higher scoring. We obviously didn't get it, didn't really matter, but here we are, and now we're copying these Heart Queens. Ancient showing up is what I was saying is bad for Bean, because, we can sell dice here, and Bloodstone's a decent, sometimes it's times 1.5x. But, yeah, Gothic just getting these glass cards online quicker than Bean because of the DNA, because they did not find Dusk and Dice right away, and because they took a investment tag skip, they have money, they can afford the DNA, they have the slots for the DNA, and they're rewarded heavily for it by finding the blueprint here. being able to copy 2 glass cards every time we play it, and has been very fortunate to not have many breaks so far. Being just going to be printing luckies. We do find Ancient on clubs here, and this is where the min-maxing can matter. They might pick up this star, they decide not to, but holding suit changers for the Ancient is very strong, but it's a little bit tough. He wants to be playing that glass, is thinking that's what they're behind, and they're right. They are behind on glass. Are we going to see a 60 card deck on the side of Gothic? That is a big deck. Selling dice, yes, does also have a big impact on the econ. I mean, we saw the lucky cards were not lucky. And without the dice, they're going to be even less lucky. We do see that Bean does take the econ lead back here with some of these lucky cards, but now that econ is gone without the dice. Not completely gone, but just much less likely. Both players, I mean, kind of maxed out on Joker slots, apart from this DNA on the side of Gothic, and maybe the Bloodstone on the side of Bean could be swapped out for another retrigger or something better. But this is what's great about the MLBA is excuse me. This is what's great about the MLBA is there's lead changes, right? We were thinking it's 4-1 on lives, it's over. Bean takes it. But just like that, we flip it around, and now Gothic with these glass has a huge edge. Extra retrigger as well by finding the Sock and Buskin from an investment tag skip when the luckies were not giving money. Couple breaks there, but we do have still 11 glass cards in the deck. That's pretty good. Magician, nice, but not necessarily needed when we're playing this much glass. We don't have very much money on the side of Gothic. Bean kind of keeping their econ a little bit higher. Might have even gotten a lucky proc there to keep it up. Yeah, Gothic is playing a lot more glass than they necessarily need to, but with a blueprint DNA, we have so much. And we see Bean's Ancient Joker is on diamonds, which is their glass card. So maybe hoping for Bloodstone, I'm sorry, for like Death and Fool to copy that glass card and play it a handful of times with Dusk. And Bean did also pick up both reroll vouchers, which is how they're able to go so much further in this shop, apart from being ahead on econ. A $2 reroll, a Temperance, a $3 reroll, a Hermit. This sort of stuff can just snowball. A Fool for a Hermit is strong as well. Not sure if they want to get rid of the Sun or the Lovers here. Brainstorm now? Don't say that. Don't say that. If I see Brainstorm, I will have casted more games with Blueprint Brainstorm than without. So, let's relax. Bean now looking to play into the Red Seal 4s with the Ancient Joker. It is strong on Wilds, obviously. It will always hit. An additional trigger is strong, but Gothic is up that additional trigger from the Sock and Buskin and up Glass, which is a 2x on every trigger. So, I mean, Bean just trying to make something work here, and in a normal game it would, but the investment tag skip, giving the extra econ to roll one extra time to find the Sock and Buskin has been really strong, and Gothic seems at peace with it. Pretty calm here. And we saw, you know, Gothic choose a line with the Obelisk, and Bean choose a line with the Dice Bloodstone, and we saw the Obelisk line didn't work out when we saw Dice Bloodstone, and now we see the Bloodstone line not working out when we find Sock and Buskin and Glass cards. So the Sock might have been from the Judgment. I'm not 100% certain. He did say he found an interesting Judgment. I don't know if he was leguming. There's a lot of leguming going on. Death Pool for Bean. They could copy the Red Seal or the Glass card here, which is pretty strong. Probably the Glass card is more scoring just because it's a 2x. And we still get the 1.5x from the Ancient Joker. But also to note, the Wild 4 will also trigger Bloodstone sometimes, which could make up the difference of the Glass card, because it is re-triggering an additional time. It's a 2.25x versus 2 times 1.5, which is what, 3x? So very close. And we see a 6 cents here. And they pull the wheel as well. Getting the polychrome on their Dusk. Justice card. We sell the Fool to pick up the World card because our Ancient hit spades. But now maybe just going for the glass instead. And there is the Hanging Chad. Great way to get out of Bloodstone. Obviously without the dice, it's very weak. Another wheel for another polychrome. Oh my goodness. Let's get back in here.
But unlikely. Hello again.
I've got firepower this time.
Oh yeah?
Watch out.
That's good because I got water power, so in the Pokemon Rock, Paper, Scissors, I'm still winning.
I've got coal power. We're running steam engines here.
Coal power, baby. It's got to be what he meant, right?
Do one of these.
In the glass card for Bean, but it's not spades.
Ah, yours is slightly bigger than mine.
For long.
It appears so.
For a little bit longer. Coal power, yes. And I mean, to note here, Bean is looking most likely to Justice a face card, I guess, and Death the Jack. With the photograph, it's pretty strong. Not looking for the red seal. Or maybe trying to find it, but not. It's hard to know what to go for on Bean's side. To go for glass, to go for red seal. And oftentimes, less experienced players can be stuck trying to do both. And doing none very good. You know, it's like the jack of all trades, the king of none. Oftentimes, players are rewarded for just going all in on one strategy.
I sure
we
would
do
like
find a
to
world card.
draw the cards that I'm looking for, though.
We could
That
be
would
looking
be
for
nice.
a flush 5. The discard button gets me every time.
Yeah, me too.
Oh no, put the
All right, well,
lucky
you've got
first.
turn order on me, so I guess I'm sending.
Put the lucky first,
I
please.
guess so. I've been playing all these hands. I forget I get to wait this time. It's so new.
Yeah, I got so little scoring this time round in my early game.
Bean does have the Chad, so
I
would
don't know
be
if that's a
better
good
to
or
play the
bad
glass
thing.
first. We get no lucky procs. Holy cow. Doesn't end up mattering.
All right,
9.
that's what I got.
Okay.
Trillion? 9 trillion?
I'm definitely
Billion?
not
Excuse me?
confident.
Hard to be confident. I mean, Bean here just up a 1.5x Joker, but Gothic up a retrigger, which is basically a 2x. Oh, it did proc once. Ooh, he did get a 20 multi. Ooh. Could have been 18 billion. But not likely to matter in this PvP. Could matter later. Obviously, Bean's still on 2 more lives even if they lose this this PvP, so there is time.
Okay, time to count. You
Time to count.
seem like what I should do. That's 7, so 7,
7.
14,
Stop.
8, 36.
And this is where a calculator comes in. Very clutch. Oh, they're gonna ship it.
I think.
Here it
And
goes.
therefore he was.
Here it is.
Oh, wait. Whoa, I was so wrong. Whoa,
It's taken a long time.
I was so
Damn.
wrong. Whoa.
Wow.
Not able to find all the glass. This is crazy. This is where, I mean, Bean was counting there. Most likely what Bean was counting was retriggers and scoring instances. We had so many retriggers on the side of Gothic, but only one scoring instance of the glass card. just re-triggering it a lot of times, whereas Bean has 2 scoring instances with the Ancient and the Blueprint, and the Glass, and then the 2 re-triggers of the card playing once and the Dusk re-triggering once. It does end up being more points. When I saw the multiplication number starting to climb, I got very nervous. I thought Gothic could have taken this one.
Voucher, and that with a Hermit on the money from the
Photo chat as well.
T2 allowed me to roll to get Bloodstone, Dice, and Dusk.
Right.
Starting off.
My big mistake. So I also took the Spectral Pack. I also took the MLA, but it never crossed my mind to look at what the voucher was, or I didn't think to pick up the voucher, and so then I was just behind on the shop on the reroll. So for my first 3 lives, I was basically juggling the Duo, Obelisk, and Photograph to get any amount of scoring, and then managed to find a hard pivot. The Sock and Busking came from a not a Justice card, the other one, the one that makes a random Joker.
Right. I think I see where you went wrong. You know, that first shop, I think the crucial decision is you got to not buy Obelisk there. So
Yeah,
that's going to be the difference.
My basic premise was that if I try and min-max everything, I'm not going to beat you, so I have to go tempo. And so the Obelisk was the tempo play. And then you found Bloodstone, Oops or 6s, and so my tempo play was never going to work. Pivot out of that and then get to where we were, but it was closer than I thought it was going to be when we got to all that glass and stuff.
I mean, I was relying. I had Oops, Dusk, and Dice. Or sorry, Oops, Dusk, Blueprint, and I was playing lucky cards, and the first lucky proc didn't come till like Anti-6. Plasma, interesting. Okay. I mean, I guess let's go Plasma White. Let's get some big numbers.
Plasma White. Okay. Fantasy lovers rejoice.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
Holy cow. So I mean, Plasma White is fun. Chips are king on this deck. Early chips can win you PvPs for a long time. I think Gothic here, if they want the variance play, they should look for... excuse me, sorry, I'm just updating the overlay here. If Gothic wants the variance play, they should look for higher stakes, because on lower stakes, especially Plasma White, we're able to buy every Joker we want. We're able to see every Joker we want. And here, oh my gosh, what a strong start. Scary Face, Chips, like we said, King, Business card, playing those to win is going to be very strong. One hit is pretty unlucky for Bean. Yeah, wow, very strong. We should pick up this Scary Face here. It will win us at least a PvP if we have that above the other player. And as I was saying, I think Gothic should take to higher stakes, because when we're on higher stakes, we have less money. The variance play is going to work out more often. You know, choosing a different line could be rewarded just because we're not able to see as many Jokers. Red Seal and a Glass in the pack. We're going high score early. Red Seal to re-trigger the Scary Face and the Business card could be high econ, high scoring. Wow. Take Bean on my team every time. It was a 3-0 on lives there. I mean, Bean very strong. We saw, I mean, down a re-trigger. We thought Gothic had the lead and Bean took it back. Very strong. Just saying, it's the Blueprint. There's a clip out there. Bro, if we see more blueprints, more brainstorms, I can't do it. I can't do it. Could have been Splash for Business card value. This is true. Splash, I mean, Gothic gonna pick it up. It is strong, but with as low as we are in the antes, a face card with 30 chips is gonna be pretty strong. Wrong winner marked. Who sets that up, man? Who sets that up? Whoever it is needs to get a lesson on how to set up things. I don't know who does that. There we go, 13,000 for a couple face cards. We do find the Red Seal. Gonna just be hoping we can find money, and a Faceless Joker is money. It is a little bit difficult because sometimes we want to play those cards, but if we think on average we're getting $3 for playing 3 face cards, we get 5 if we discard them. It might be stronger to discard them. You see here Bean maybe trying to play a high card, hoping it doesn't score 600 chips, or 600 points, excuse me. And it won't, just barely. Holy cow. And able to discard or just play this full house here. Doesn't have anything else to look for. Gothic is able to pick up the Faceless Joker and is able to make use of it right away. I think getting one use out of Faceless while you're trying to find a full house is good. We see a Showman. Showman probably not great yet. Bean might pick it up because being up a Scary Face or a business card could be very strong. You know, using it to look for commons can be a strong strategy. We see both players here. I mean, Bean already kind of having a bit of a econ lead. I think Gothic will be able to make it up in this shop just with some purchases. And we'll see Bean at $39 spent in the big blind with 10 in the bank. We will see what Gothic is able to do with that. Yeah, and Gothic not picking up the standard pack. Down a purple seal, down a glass, down a red seal. That's tough. Bean has a strategy of seeing everything that they can, basically, trying to get as many options as possible. Dr. Spectre kind of having the same philosophy. Are we going to skip for a Mega Buffoon pack? That is crazy. And we get a Dusk for it. Never mind. What am I talking about? The reason that I think that's crazy is there's so much money to make in the blind with the business card, with the interest, so much to look for in the shop. But we get rewarded with a Dusk, which can re-trigger these chips of the Scary Face, which is a lot of points on Plasma. That is amazing. Selling the Splash. Now, if there is a standard pack, the Q might work where Bean can find it as well. Okay, sorry, not standard, excuse me, Buffoon, and there is no Buffoon pack, so Bean is not gonna find this. Polychrome card is their reward for playing the blind. Gothic, you know, skips, finds some variants like they were looking for, gets rewarded heavily. Bean plays it out, is also variants in a way, and finds the Polychrome. Considering taking the Red Seal Stone card, like we said, chips are king, very strong. No blue seal yet, let's get another seal. We're collecting all the seals. And there we go, we find the Polychrome right away. We're in the PvP, let's see what's going on.
Or a gamble, but maybe that's what I need.
Did go for a gamble.
Hello.
Hello.
So did you get the reroll voucher into Dusk and Dice this time?
I got
Halfway.
the Dusk.
You gotta get step 2 though, otherwise the Dusk isn't doing much really. I guess it's giving the extra chips for Plasma.
Yeah,
It's
just
true.
every card scoring twice, that's like 9 extra chips on a 9, which is pretty good going in my book.
That is true.
Reserve parking is kind of difficult. It's mind reading powers. He's just talking about last game when he rolled a little bit deeper and found the Dusk and the dice. Was just kind of making a joke, but was actually halfway right. And Gothic just lets him
that's
know.
Without Dusk, imagine what I can do with my last hand.
Speaking of without Dusk, Gothic plays this without Dusk. Needs to find kind of 5 more face cards here. Has 3 discards, so it's pretty likely.
Interesting times for sure.
And Bean obviously does not have Dusk. This is... I mean, their score will get higher with this 4 of a kind, but 4 of a kind being a higher level card does not matter as much. Or a high level hand, excuse me. It does not matter as much because it's Plasma deck. Here comes 5 of a kind.
Right.
It is a lot of chips.
Guess I do one of these.
53,000. I think that could be beatable if we find... I mean, we need a Jack to find a 5-card hand, so we should discard this Queen as well. But we don't.
I missed my draws.
Yes, we did. 9 cards.
Yeah, I've
That's
added
3 of a
damn
kind
shame.
probably doesn't get there.
I got a bit lucky.
Wow.
All right, good luck, good luck.
Good luck.
The Gothic stream is a little bit behind. I cannot toggle low latency mode on their stream, so we are here. Pretty unlucky there. I mean, we talk about these min-max decisions. They might have... Oh, it's an idol. Oh. Oh. Not thrilled about that. Doesn't look like from either player. But we talk about these min-max decisions. Gothic there playing a hand that might have just won with Dusk before Dusk, and then not full discarding for another full house, holding on to a queen. Fixing my Balatro itch at work. Hey, get back to work. Don't be playing Balatro. What do you think I'm... Gosh. I'm unemployed. Well, no, that's not true, but I am casting at noon on whatever day it is today. Okay, so another thing to mention for this game is Idol is an X-Malt Joker. Very strong. Chips are very strong in the early game, but we want to be able to pivot to Malt as soon as possible because there are so many X-Malt Jokers. And here we find a certificate, which could be a red seal, the difference that we needed. Obviously, we know Bean's red seal is on a face card, which is very strong, help them win that PvP, and will help them make more money to deck fix. Is going to look for more five of a kind levels and does find it. The levels help with the chips, especially these higher level hands help out a lot with the chips. A soul. Okay. A soul. Be Tribulate. Let's go infinite. Are we serious? Okay. A soul. Yeah. All right. Perkeo. Cool. I love writing the script. Holy cow, this is great. I could just have a Perkeo game every time I want. This is amazing. With the Fool upstairs is huge. That is right. And of course, because I'm writing the seed, we're going to find a blueprint or a brainstorm very soon. Bean gonna find it as well. And again, Perkeo will reward the more experienced player. Bean has thousands of hours in this game, is gonna know how to play around the Perkeo, and does have the Fool upstairs as well. As much variance as Gothic wants to make, this is just becoming a very min-maxy game from the seed alone. Multiplayer seeds are not filtered. I'm joking about it. I joke about Zeno filtering every 8-ball seed, but they are not. These are random seeds. And somehow I cast all the Perkeo games. We see the business card being sold for the raised fist. Okay, for the mail-in rebate in the shop. Very strong. And Bean with the Emperor. Whoa. Oh, okay. Temperance is good value with the Perkeo. Very strong. Reserve parking can also be econ. And another thing to note with this mail-in rebate is it is a very good card when you're deck fixing heavily. When you have a lot of one card, the mail-in rebate works just like Idol. It is more likely to hit a number that you have more of in your deck. So if we're going to be playing a lot of kings, then mail-in rebate will be more valuable with a lot of kings. We do only have 4 kings in the deck. Right now our deck is unfixed, which can change very quickly with Perkeo, but Bean having the red seal already like playing 5 of a kind is going to be pretty strong, and is copying Emperors maybe to just find a better card to copy with the Fools. Gothic here has the Lovers upstairs. Probably doesn't want to go next with the Lovers. And we find the Death on the side of Bean and the Magician. It is not a wild card. It is a wild card, so putting the Magician on that might hurt if we find, an Ancient or something like that. Looks like they're going to pick the Magician on some non-wild cards, which I think is fine. I mean, Bean here playing 5 of a kind with a lot of kings. They are likely... Okay, and it looks like Gothic is going to be copying Temperance, which is also a move I'll talk about in a minute, but Bean with the wild cards and using the Fool to just copy Death, Idol could hit any king. We don't have a lot of suit changer deck fixing, so any king hit with these wilds is good. And it's 2 of hearts again. Again, no king. Now, Gothic here, holding on to Lovers and Temperance and Fool, does copy a Lovers, which is definitely the worst hit. And Bean here just with a solid econ lead with the business card. One thing you can do with Perkeo, it's hard to know if you should be copying econ or deck fixing. Should we be copying Hermits and Temperances, or should we be copying Deaths and Hangmans? With the Fool, you don't have to pick. You can just copy Fool. Obviously, in this case, both players had the opportunity. Bean decided to use their last Fool for a death, valuing the deck fixing higher than the econ because of that business card. Just wants to get more of their red seal. Finds a Fool as well. So that's pretty strong. And a Hangman. One thing also with holding on to these Fools, I talked about it in the last per KO game, but having a lot of Fools in the bank can allow you to take a different tarot card into the blinds. For example, if Gothic really wants to have this Lovers to try to get the Queen of Diamonds idle hit online, they could bring in like 4 Fools and a Lovers and are less likely to copy the Lovers. Can copy some Fools and use those if they need. I think oftentimes keeping a bank of them is strong, obviously giving up on the immediate deck fixing from using them. Let's see how it turns out in the PvP.
This one Joker, I think it's broken.
What do you
I'm really
mean?
starting to believe it. Well, it's supposed to change every round, and it hasn't been doing that. I think we gotta get Zeno on this.
Is mail and rebate not changing every round?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
So we're both
It's just
not,
been hitting my best card every time, so I'm making a bunch of money.
we're both not going crazy that the idol is just on Queen of Hearts or Queen of Diamonds every single time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it never changes.
That has
That's
been
perfect for me, I guess.
I thought I was going mad.
Bean's Leguming is getting him so much info here.
But yeah, that is a thing that is happening, so it seems.
Bean's idle on
And
2
I don't know what
parts.
that means for the game. Because technically we're both in the same boat, so it's no real advantage to either player. It's just like we're both playing on a balked system.
But there is an advantage. I mean, Gothic as
Yeah.
well.
I mean,
The Dusk.
when it's broken, it's supposed to hit Ace of Spades. That's the default number.
Yeah, that's true.
Ace is a number.
I mean, it could have just been the most unlikely 3 rolls in existence.
That is true. That is, I mean, the probability on that is insane. I don't know how big your deck is, but the numbers do scale quickly with 3 in a row.
Bean going to be using the deaths. And I think here to note, I mean, if we're not able to find the idol card or queens for Gothic, the chips alone could just win out with these retriggers. Obviously, we have Dusk as well, retriggering the scary face, but I haven't found any queens so far.
Right.
There's one.
That doesn't help much.
There's
does
2.
It does not.
We have no death upstairs. This most likely will not be more than what Bean's going to put up here.
All right, I guess it's me first.
This is true.
Right.
Two pair is more because of the scary face.
All right, I guess I'm sending it.
So we see there,
Not as great as I thought it was going to be, but these things.
that hand is all chips.
I think that means I get to do this.
Bean should take this one with more chips.
At least I hope.
Hmm.
Ooh.
The level
Spooky.
there doing a lot. If Gothic had been able to find another face card, they might have been able to take that one with the Dusk. And this is where those base levels start to matter a little bit more. You know, the 2 pair only got up to 16 mult with the Dusk idol. We had 400 chips and 16 mult. That's about 200 per side. That mult is not doing very much. And a photograph. Being up a retrigger here is a big deal, but we are not really up a retrigger anymore. Bean with the deck fixing of the Perkeo has been able to get so many red seals that we're basically even on retriggers here. So we kind of need something for Gothic here. A Judgment Rip could be the move, but without the chips, we might not be able to get out of the blind. So it gets a little bit scary here. We find a Dice as well. Dice with the business card is very strong. And Bean, yeah, with those red seals, with the business card, would generate a lot of money. But, you know, if we are on a per KO game and we are going to be copying a ton of deaths and deck fixing a lot, maybe that mail-in rebate will be more value long-term because it is more likely to hit the card that we have a lot of. Gothic here thinking about this photograph pickup, and a Mime and a Faceless. Faceless could be strong with our purple seals. We're really only going to be able to play one hand, and notably, Bean drops the Scary Face as well. With the deck fixing they have, they're going to be able to find a 4 or a 5 of a kind, and with the photograph, that should be enough with the red seal to get out of the blind. You know, like we said, as soon as we get X-Malt online, it is very strong. Copying Death is a little bit unlucky, but not the worst with 56 cards in the deck. It could be a high card seed. Probably not. I mean, if we find a Baron, I might lose my mind. And Gothic gonna pass on the photograph. I mean, doesn't have the deck fixing, still on 52 cards in the deck, doesn't have the deck fixing to reliably get a good enough hand where the X-Malt from the photograph will do enough. Bean here wants to copy this purple seal, but doesn't want to give up the death upstairs. If we don't find another good card up there, we'll be copying nothing. We'll basically be down a Joker. Yeah, Dusk Idol is most likely not a high card seed. And here we have deaths upstairs for Gothic. Could have made 4 or 5 of a kind this blind and been able to get out with the photograph. Instead, still on the Scary Face. And that's what I was talking about before. Chips are very strong, but being able to pivot out of chips into X-Malt is also very strong. And we want to do that as soon as we possibly can. Bean here, finding the photograph, decides that's when, and is out of the chips into the X-Malt. Just needs to copy Deaths and Fools to get these King hits online, and we'll see a pretty high score for them. Gonna use a Death here, most likely hold on to the Fool, hold on to the Death to copy that. And we see Gothic still with the Lovers upstairs. Lovers could be valuable, like we said, with Bean's case, when we have a lot of different types of Kings. We don't necessarily want to copy a Suit Changer into the blind, so a Lover's King can be any King hit on an idol. But on Gothic's side, we don't really have any deck fixing yet, so we could just copy one suit, or I mean, even use it on a wild and copy that. We just don't really have a red seal, so I don't hate holding on to the Deaths and the Fools upstairs to wait for a red seal. You know, we could have 8 Deaths, and as soon as we find a good card in a standard pack, copy that card immediately. And with the chips from the Scary Face Dusk, we are safe for a while. Transitioning to X-Malt does require you to play better hands. It is a little bit trickier at first with less deck fixing, but because we have the Scary Face, we're fine. At least for this ante, maybe even the next one on the white stake scaling. Trio is also strong. We are playing into X-Malt for Bean, so something to consider. They do have 2 Econ Jokers upstairs, so they could consider selling out of one. See the Buffoon pack here, Gothic having the same exact decision. All right. So I was just fixing the lives on the overlay. Didn't realize they were not working. And Gothic holding onto this Lovers again and copying it again. These could be Deaths. These could be Fools. All it takes is one good card, and we could be back on even footing with Bean, and we could be up a retrigger Joker of the Dusk. It's basically who finds the other first. I mean, if Gothic can find and copy a red seal before Bean finds another retrigger Joker, Dusk or Sock and Buskin, or if Bean finds one of those that Gothic doesn't find, Either one is in a really good spot here. Just looking at the jokers now, Bean likely to take this one, even though we're down a retrigger joker. We are up red seals, and we are also into X-Malt, which will scale much quicker than chips. You know, this scary face is going to get us to about 400 chips every time. The photograph can get us to like thousands of malt, especially with the red seals. And Bean does find the blue seal. And we could play flush 5 with a death here. Finds a card to death and is going to death a blue seal to maybe get 2 5-of-a-kind levels, which are good, but once we get enough deck fixing, those 5-of-a-kinds become harder to play, and we find a hack. A Dusk and a hack. This makes face cards less strong. You know, this makes the red seal on the king not matter as much. Like, for example, on this glass 5, I'm looking at that and I'm loving it. Glass 5 with a Dusk, with a hack. It is a lot of scoring, but we don't have the deck fixing. We pass it. We pass it. I mean, oh, and we find a sock and buskin for Bean, what we were just talking about. Bean with the econ lead here, with the business card. Oh, never mind. We're right up there with him, even. Somehow down $30 spent on the overlay, but even with the sock and buskin. And sock and buskin is less good. I mean, a hack with a glass card in the pack is better than a sock and buskin for us right now because we have no red seal. You know, we're gonna value these face cards so strongly because of the scary face when oh my gosh. Brainstorm per KO. It's a double per KO game again. I have casted too many per KO games. Per KO could be gone. I doubt it. 2 per KOs is so strong for the deck fixing. On Gothic's side, it's very difficult. Idol doesn't really hit. I mean, if we had a photograph instead of the scary face, I don't know. And yeah, gonna pick up the brainstorm as well. Now, how do we get out of the blinds here? You know, if we had a hack and a glass 5, it might be a little bit easier to win this PvP, but let's see what's going to happen.
Hello.
You know what? I think you were right. I think this idol fella is just broken. Because he just keeps hitting for me. Over and over.
That's weird, because I think it's broken because it doesn't hit for me ever.
Now we're flip-flopped in the leguming.
I guess you gotta death the right cards.
Yeah.
So you got lots of deaths.
Does not have very many. Gothic
What do I do
per
now? I don't
KO.
have a scary face.
Good question. Could have had a photograph.
Because his plasma deck's all chips. What do you do without the chips?
Yeah, you just pray.
That's pretty much it.
Pretty much it. Well, you've really turn-ordered me here real hard, haven't you?
Being down to one hand.
Yeah. It doesn't help me much, but maybe hurting you is helping me.
That's not nice. I mean, yeah, photograph, X-Malt. This is going to be strong. Copying the photograph as well is the strongest scoring. We have seen some players copy retriggers in this instance, but Bean not one of those players. Moon could be a flush house, but we've got no... Like, this hand isn't going to even get us out of the blinds, much less win a PvP. It's a waiting game. He's just gonna play it. Bean's just gonna play it. Doesn't even care.
I mean, I guess I'll do one of these, show you what the broken idol looks like.
Oh, really?
Bean is ahead.
Oh yeah, that is some points.
Just a couple.
It is, I would say it's exactly some points, actually.
I think some is about 1.3 million. I mean, we have deaths, but I'm gonna look for a flush house here without any chips or X-Malt. I mean, it's just gonna be...
All right, well, I'm just gonna play this then, and not score that many points, I think.
I mean,
You can never know
Gothic's
with
smart.
plasma.
No, it's tough.
It is tough.
Yeah.
40,000.
I guess you did know that time.
All right, good luck.
Good luck.
All right, we want the voucher for sure.
Indeed, want the voucher. Yeah, I mean, just tough. Like we said, Gothic did not want to... Oh, and we have a red seal glass card. That is X-Malt right there. That is a lot of scoring. Bean is going to be able to get this online so quickly. This is why we hold on to Perkeo. And we do have a glass card for Gothic as well, but it is not red seal. So we will be able to re-trigger that in additional time with the Dusk, but it just lends to Bean being able to find any re-trigger or us being able to find any red seal. And with us having so many lovers upstairs, I mean, these lovers could be two fools. And then we could be up deaths and maybe able to copy. And again, we're just keeping the lovers and we keep copying the lovers. If these were, you know, fools or deaths or something, we could be up glass on Bean right now because we held on to so many more copies. But lovers, I guess, just hoping for flush house, maybe nervous about getting out of the blind here, but with Dusk and a glass card, you know, a 4 of a kind or something like that. Like, I don't hate copying some glass. We are on 1 life, so it's going to be difficult. Sorry about that. And yeah, I mean, like we said, Gold Stake would have been, I think, a better choice for Gothic wanting these variance lines. But when we find Perkeo and Brainstorm and Dusk, like, the seed becomes very min-maxy, and suddenly these small decisions matter so much more. You know, holding on to 1 extra lovers could be the difference of a game because you're copying that instead of a death. And here we might see it happen. And Bean getting these levels is very nice because now they, you know, with the photograph, of course, it's always enough scoring, but the levels on their own could also be enough scoring. Gothic on 1 life, Bean probably thinking, if I had to guess, they did this to me last time and then they took a PvP, so I gotta be careful. He is not gonna let up the gas this time. Was probably very nervous when they felt in the same position last game and then lost a life. Might have thought it was over. But here we can see that it is less likely to be over for them just based on the setup we see. I think one of the big decisions that kind of led to this was holding on to the scary face over the photograph. And obviously that early standard pack, not being able to copy a red seal. And then more recently, you know, holding on to lovers and copying that and not copying Perkeo. Perkeo is a legendary joker. I mean, when you're playing for Completionist plus, you're not playing a lot of Perkeo games. And so people don't have a lot of experience with Perkeo games. When you're playing multiplayer for thousands of hours, when you're playing some set seeds, some nan imps, that sort of thing, you're familiar with Perkeo and you know how to use it effectively. And that kind of experience is showing here for Bean, holding on to deaths forever, you know, never misusing the Perkeo by copying a card they don't want to. And we see, I mean, maybe in Gothic's mind, we're valuing the high scoring hand. We need a flush house to win. I think, and there we go. We realize we can copy the Perkeo here. We don't forget, we copy 2 fools. Again, these could have been like 8 Fools. At this point, we could have copied that glass card a bunch of times. Still can copy the glass card a bunch of times with a Brainstorm and a Perkeo. We are making a lot of copies. Bean, up to 4 Red Seal glass. Gothic at 2 regular glass. And up a tarot card. So, I mean, we could see it matter, but again, the deck fixing, Bean just has so many kings. And Gothic kind of needs... Whoa. Are we gonna skip? We skip. Skip here, of course. As Gothic said, they're going for a variance line, trying to find something to change. With Brainstorm, Perkeo, Dusk, Sock, it's difficult. And I think maybe just feeling a little bit defeated. I totally understand that. You want to come into a game, you want there to be differences, and then you find these 5 jokers, and you're playing the exact same jokers as your opponent. You're in the exact position you did not want to be in. Going into this game, hoping for more variance. You just know you have less experience. I think Gothic is a great player. I think they could be confident. We almost won game 1, copying more glass than Bean. And I think there's worlds where they could have taken that game for sure. And I think there are worlds where they could have taken this game. I mean, we're up a Dusk. It's very strong. We lose the Red Seal because of it. But, I mean, in an idle game, anything can happen. Let's see what's going on.
Through. Welcome back.
Yeah, idle.
So I'm getting
useless.
more and more angry with this idle fella.
He's a funny one.
Yeah, that's the way to put it.
We do find the Ace of Clubs with Deaths and Fools and glass cards. I don't know. Bean kind of has to make a decision here if they want to play for all of their glass cards or if they think they can win without them.
This.
I mean, their idol missed. If our opponent's idol hit, we will lose, and we don't want to risk glass doing that. So turn order going to matter.
I think if I do this
very much here. Bean going to use a bonus card to try to get it. And does. Now Bean can wait and know what they need to look for. Do they need to try to find a full hand of glass?
It's your turn.
Or are they going to lose?
1 life.
Obviously, we know with the photograph, this is likely to win. And no calculator here. It's tough to know what wins. I think copying Dusk might be better just because of the glass cards we have. But it's hard to know.
I think it's gonna be this then, and I have no idea how it goes, but it is what it is.
Here we go. It is what it is, brother.
See.
E12.
Oh.
That's strong, but
that's a slightly bigger number.
I'm not sure where I'm at the moment.
Bean might have been able to take that if they kept their glass, but got rid of it. So now might just have to lose the PvP. I mean, being on 1 life in an idle game is never good. But Gothic able to make it work with an off hit here. We'll see if the photograph is enough. I mean, idle was a 64x. We copied it with Brainstorm. That's pretty strong. Bean here does find the flush 5 with the photograph, copying the sock.
All right.
Because of the red seal.
Do one of these.
Hoping for maybe a lucky hit. Yeah. There we go. The idle hitting matters a lot here.
See you next time.
All right. Enjoy your cash.
There we go. And again, the same thing happens to Bean. He's up 4-1, feeling confident, and then goes into the PvP and loses. And is thinking, uh-oh, you know, what if I am behind? What if I'm not ahead? Obviously, we know their idol way more likely to hit, but if neither of them do, then, you know, Gothic could take it with some off-hit playing here. They have the Dusk, so any idle hit could work for them, you know, like this Ace of Clubs, whereas Bean needs it to hit a face card. Here it does. Let's see what's in this Spectral pack. It's a medium and a trance. Not the most insane pack, but I mean, right away we can see the deck quality changes, the cards that we're drawing for Bean, all those red seals, all that glass. Putting the purple on the ace and selling out to copy more deaths. I mean, we have, oh, whoa. Idle hit Ace of Clubs, and we're up. We're walking away. Okay, idle hits Ace of Clubs, which we know we have a glass one. Just helped us win the last PvP. With Dusk, it could be enough. You know, it might not beat Red Seal Glass. And Bean, I mean, we'll find out soon once they enter this blind that Gothic did double skip. Might think that they have to throw this PvP as well, even though the idle hit is not that great. But it does also force them to play the blinds and hope that they get a decent idle hit. He doesn't have the Death Fools. He has a Death all the way on the left of his tarot slots, and the rest are Fools. He has one more Death in there as well. But look at Bean's deck. 20 Kings in the deck out of 50 cards. It's almost a 1 in 2 chance to hit a King. A little bit lower to hit a King of Diamonds, but still pretty likely. Bean has noticed the double skip. Perfect. So they know they need to play these blinds. They might think, I mean, surely Bean gets a hit. They might think, you know, Gothic's idle hit, and they have a good setup, and they beat me last PvP, so I have to throw this one. Even though copying a full hand of glass might work. Like, he's praying to the idle gods. Will it pay off? I'm watching. It doesn't. 2 of Clubs. Oh no. Oh no. If his idol misses one more time, it's tough. I mean, being down a Dusk and off hit is really hard to play around, and Gothic can. Knows that Gothic double skipped, has to think that their idol hit a perfect card for a double skip to happen on 1 life. And it is starting to stress. Get some more Diamond Kings, which is good. Finds a Sun, finds a Chariot, not necessary. Copying the Perkeo, I mean, is most likely going to use the 2 deaths here to better their odds even more, make it actually a 1 in 2 chance to hit, but also a 1 in 2 chance to miss. This could be crazy. Even without an idle hit, Bean would most likely win with the Red Seal Glass, but that's where the mental aspect of the game comes in, knowing that your opponent, you know, has potentially an idle hit, might not want to risk the glass. Now, being on 12 glass, you might just be able to risk it anyway, but that is definitely a line of thinking that you could take. Is my opponent's idle hit? I'm not going to win without a hit, so I should not play my glass this PvP. We'll see. But Bean as well also knows how strong turn order is going to be, is most likely to take it early and know, you know, take it with this photograph. It is going to be very easy for them to do so, and then know what they need to score. And if they see a number like E12, they might know they can get there with a full hand of Red Seal Glass. I don't, but they might. Yes, and as well, 1 life on an idle game, Bean's on 3. They have so many antes for this idle to hit, and as soon as it does, 10 of spades, it misses again. Again, he shakes his head at the camera. This is unbelievable. First, it was the lucky hits with a dice and a Dusk, getting no plus $20 for almost 2 entire antes, and now idle missing when it's a 1 in 2 chance. And Gothic with with 6 deaths upstairs and a glass ace with a dusk. Obviously, Bean has a sock, and we might not be using the sock on the side of Gothic. But being able to double our idle hit and the glass might make up the difference of the red seal. Being deathed away a 10 of spades. That's funny. Let's see what happens here.
The 3 of spades or something terrible.
Wow, I'm really off here.
Welcome back.
I think you're gonna regret the play you made.
Double
Oh,
skip.
really? Was that like a blueprint in the shop or something?
Well, when
No.
you skip for idle, there's always the chance that it just hits again and you miss out on a whole ante.
Yeah,
All that
it's,
value, all
He
those
does have a
shops.
glass ace.
It's a risk for sure.
it is, but when the deck is as diverse as my deck currently is, I will take any half-decent hit I can get.
Being there, getting more
Basically.
info.
see.
I mean, just crazy. Now knows that it's not a perfect idle hit. All of that mental game I was just talking about where they might not play the glass probably won't work anymore. See what Bean is thinking. It looks like they're chatting.
Speed, I need this.
Speed, I
Let's
need
try to get him to
this
play
is
first
crazy.
at least.
So far, the bottom of the deck is looking like a rich place that I'm not going to get to.
Got the one-liners.
That's so.
Well, now there might be hope, but
Needs to find that ace.
I guess you gotta
It's
show me what's at the
thin.
bottom of your deck.
wouldn't you like to know?
I'm quite curious actually.
And now, like I said, turn order. Gothic has to play their hand first, and Bean has 4 hands. Can decide, you know, right now, maybe thinking getting rid of the glass, but maybe has to play with it. Praying to idle, thinking they're losing this PvP and needs an idle to hit next ante. Let's see. We don't find the glass ace.
Does it happen to be a shiny card?
It's one of the bottom 7 cards in the deck.
Not shiny, just see-through.
I see.
And that might be it. I mean, with Dusk and Sock, we are basically on even footing. If we just play a full hand of Glass Kings and Bean is up the photograph. I don't know if a flush house is necessarily better. It did win them last PvP with E12. Let's see what it can do. Oh, they had a Justice upstairs. Wait a minute. I didn't even realize that. They have a glass ace, and they could play 5 of them. Justice in the Fool. Okay, wait, that is clutch. In the Fool. That is huge. They could play a full hand of glass aces, which is their idle card, with Dusk. That should be stronger than playing a flush house with a king, I would imagine.
On in my brain. So that's fun.
This is where we gotta count our re-triggers and scoring instances. Copying Dusk is good. It looks like we're gonna play a flush house. It won last time.
Now I don't know if I'm going to regret doing Path A or Path B, which is the really scary part.
Not sure if they want to go for all aces or a flush house.
I guess we're going to take Path A and hope.
Might have been Path B, I don't know.
Yep.
E16.
It's on its way, sir.
I probably get
Yeah,
there with
45
flush
seconds
5.
ago I didn't think that was going
but
to
we're
happen. Then I
going
discovered something and everything
big.
went much better.
No.
We're going big or going home. This
No.
idol
Don't
needs
do
to
it,
lock
Bean.
in.
You're gonna make me sit here
Please,
all day?
just 2 more antes. 2 more antes of idle hits. We have 25 kings.
This is true.
25. It is
isn't
a
one in-
50-50 every blind. I
This is
cannot. I
true.
cannot with this card. I don't know how it didn't hit here. I could not tell you.
Don't do it. We're gonna throw for content, not even for content, for score in the MLBA. Is this allowed? Commissioner? Is this win trading? Something fantasy points? I guess. our Legume leader.
Seems like it's my
I was
turn.
gonna say, I know that there's fantasy points for getting a 4-0. You know, like the amount of lives you have matter. I don't know how much ease matter in terms of fantasy
Gotta
points.
get dropped on you.
No. E23 probably.
Might
somewhere
get
around
there with an idle hit.
But maybe
Oh.
next time.
Maybe next time. All right, good.
And it hit. Does he double skip or does he greed even more? 2 lives. It's gotta hit again, right?
We did it. Just don't have anything amazing in this ante. Please. Just don't have a dusk. That's all I ask. It's all I ask.
Don't have a dusk. Bad news. There's a dusk. Okay, I mean, yeah, Bean's gonna double skip and an idle hit on King of Diamonds for Gothic with potentially 5 deaths and fools. We know it's not enough. We know we're down a red seal. Unless there is a red seal class in this standard pack, I would go crazy. Gonna open the buffoon pack. Don't see anything. Bean opens it as well, just to make sure there's not something crazy in there. Whoa, we gotta open the standard pack, right? What if there's a red seal? We don't open it. We just go next. Copying. Want an idle hit. I'm gonna refresh the stream quick. Apologies for the delay here, but I just want to try to catch up, make them more even. Did Bean sell per KO? Whoa, where Bean? Bean! Come back. Okay, he's back. Whew. I'm back. Holy cow. I'm gonna drop some frames there. Charm Tag has Trib? Don't say that. Don't say that. Mega Arcana pack. I mean, if you're Bean, right? It's a 1 in 2 chance. It's probably gonna happen. There is a death and a fool upstairs. I mean, what a couple crazy seeds so far. And we've got another per KO game. I have now casted 2 per KO games. And yeah, I mean, being here just double skipping and readying up is going to take this PvP short of a miracle. A Tribulate, a Red Seal Glass face card. We have a Justice upstairs, so we can make pretty much any idle hit work with the Dusk. Obviously, a face card idle hit is stronger, but Bean has these Red Seals, already has the second retrigger that Gothic has in the Joker slot on his cards, and instead of a retrigger Joker, we have the Photograph, which is bonus scoring. So we need to find some sort of Red Seal and have it hit for Gothic. Not the most likely. And here, I mean, anything would get out. 5 of a kind works. Copying the idle card. I mean, Bean's deck looks amazing. This is kind of what you expect out of a per KO game with a Brainstorm, and decides, you know, to get out of the per KO at a good time, and doesn't get stuck in it. Here, I mean, if Gothic finds a scoring Joker, it is very strong. We have 2 jumbo standard packs. Idle hit is 7 of diamonds. We don't copy per KO. We don't open the standard packs. There could be Red Seals in there. There could be our miracle card that we need. Obviously, if we're Gothic, we might not know that we're down a Red Seal. It's not easy. I talk about casted is not a word. It's a word when I use it. Thank you very much. But it is a skill to know what your opponent is on. I bet Gothic would probably think that Bean is maybe a little bit closer to them in terms of deck fixing, might not know they're down a Red Seal. Whereas looking at Bean's deck, it is nice. It does look like a GG from here. It does look like a crazy high score from Bean. This is Plasma deck, so these E's are going to stack. It's gonna be a high score. Is Gothic calling a timeout? Someone run the calc. I got you. I don't know how to calculate that. About E3? I think it is more than E3. And I mean, yeah, this game, just to talk a little bit about the strategy, again, we mentioned Gothic. You know, I would have loved to see them go to Gold Stake to look for this variance. They wanted a variance game, different lines. We are going to be copying aces here because we have a lot of glass ones, or at least making more glass ones, but we really want a face card hit with the sock. It's not crazy. It's not a crazy hit. Obviously, we're down a red seal, and could be now down our retrigger joker upstairs if we're playing these glass aces. We'll see what happens next game. I believe Gothic will have first pick again. They could take Bean to a higher stake. I think that's very smart. As soon as we see Perkeo idle, as soon as we see Perkeo, Loop, Brainstorm, Dusk, it becomes a min-max game immediately. And on White Stake, Plasma especially, we're going to see a lot of min-max games. Couple red seals on the side of Bean. Hopefully we don't bottom deck. That would be unfortunate. And we get to see kind of what a hand scores without idle here for Gothic. No breaks. It's E11. Good score. Getting up into the E's is nice. See an Arcana pack here. Hermit might lead us to open the... and it's a 5 of spades hit for Gothic. Gothic's trying to break non-kings, potentially. It is a lot of aces, though. And we see nothing in the pack this time. A photograph here is passable. A photograph here is passable. Playing for aces. And it looks like we're reading up. I'm going to go over to Bean stream because it looks like I'm pretty behind on Gothics.
Skipped a little chunk there.
Yeah, I was honestly just scared of dying to the blinds. I didn't think I had them, so I just figured I'd take my chances here.
I was rushing and then I made a mistake and I was like, this one doesn't matter. I can't lose on my first time of a mistake, but wish I'd have realized that sooner.
Alright, well, let's just get one of these out of the way, I guess.
Sure. Let's see. Wants to go for even more ease by... Could possibly get 3x this score.
My Wheel of Fortune didn't hit. I guess I can't win.
It hit.
Just getting rid of some cards, don't worry about it.
I would worry about it.
Congratulations on your victory, sir.
Just trying to play more.
Let me play this one first, though.
Trying to get even more fantasy points.
Enjoy
so greedy.
all of the fantasy points. Every single one of them.
I got myself on the roster. I mean, Bean backs Bean, Gothic backs Gothic. Actually, this win's actually very important for fantasy because if you didn't know, we're real close on the leaderboard right now, and I assume we're both backing ourselves.
It's got to be insider trading, no? Sports players can't bet on themselves. Bean's picking himself up in fantasy. Something suspicious is going on here.
For fantasy points, but no, I did not back myself this week.
I see.
Gothic, have the confidence you can win.
So I got a clean sweep of 4 wins this week.
E32.
That is nice. I'm hoping. Actually, I already got a loss. You're gonna pass me here, I think. At least, I'll take the dub on this one.
5 of spades.
You may have won the battle, but I'll win the war.
Oh, for sure. Let me just play this 5 of a kind glass ace of clubs, or flush 5 glass ace of clubs.
Just throwing away a couple more cards.
Will he risk more glass? He only has 18, and he does. E32. That's a high score. Is that the highest we've seen yet? Might be. Now imagine here, if Gothic had a hack, which we saw, wouldn't have won, but it could have been correct. I like a hack seed personally.
And then a lovely 4 of a kind to finish.
Lovely.
If this wins, I don't know what I would do.
E33. There it is.
Wow, yeah, you found a dusk. That is spooky. Was that this ante?
Nope.
No, that was ages ago.
Oh.
Ante 1.
Interesting. Yeah, I've been making Red Seal class kings for the entire game. I've had this exact lineup. And I was just waiting for the idle day. You've been on 1 life, and it was just a waiting game, and it was supposed to be a hit a long time ago with 26 class kings.
Did you have the Perkio for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Perkio.
See, I never found a Red Seal King, which is obviously probably because I skipped more because I was getting hits.
I think
I got 2 after you.
Mainly there's a mega pack ante one that I sold the Joker to be able to open, and that was like insanely lucky. There was purple glass and a Red Seal King in that.
That'll do it. Yeah, because I hit Ace of Clubs 2 in a row, the last 2 PvPs, so that's why I was skipping so much. Cause...
I noticed it kept hitting that, not the cards I was deathing.
Well, congratulations. We shall play round 3 as our formality for the last point.
All right, it is.
We shall.
All right, ready when you are.
I am ready. Good luck. Good luck.
Uh-oh.
Good luck.
They're not ready. Oh. Okay. Never mind. We're good. Okay, erratic deck. Let's look. A lot of aces, a lot of 8s, a lot of 10s, and a lot of 2s. Could be a hack seed here in game number 3. It is game 3, so let me fix that in the overlay. Boom. Game 3, 2-0 for Bean so far. Gothic was able to take some lives. I mean, game 1 had a life that Bean did not expect. Maybe game 2, Bean kind of going for a bit of a high score, maybe did expect. Gothic gonna go for a skip here, which again, I think this kind of skip scales more with the stake. The higher the stake, the more valuable the skip. On small blind, we still get the small blind money for winning. And jokers are not going to be stickered. So we'll see. Bean is going to get a 2-hand win. They want the full house, and they find the 4 of a kind. Or I guess they want the 4 of a kind, excuse me, with all these aces. I mean, I would love to see some sort of hack seed. Reserve parking is strong. We have a lot of jacks. And all of these being free for Gothic means he could also... I mean, he does lose out on the econ of this early reserved parking. Bean does get to find... does get to get econ from the reserve parking now. And Gothic was hoping that the econ advantage he would gain by having all of these cards be free might give him the edge. We'll see what ends up in the shop next for Bean as we go into the Manacle. Bean playing 110 to score just a little bit to hopefully get out, maybe with a full house of face cards, and it looks like that is what they might do. Maybe even a 2-pair wins. It's hard to know without a calculator. You lose $5 in shop from that skip. That is true. So far, all it's given us is the Diamond Joker. $10 for Bean. We're getting some interest, and we're going to see a lot here. Not great. I mean, Burglar is good. Burglar is good with reserve parking. Bean is going to pick that up and is able to get more econ online theoretically. Full house is amazing. These 10s will also help score slightly while we're looking for our face cards. Holding on to the 10 maybe, gonna get rid of it. Gothic playing their diamond cards is also getting some reserve parking money, but you know, with less hands from the burglar, that's less money from the reserve parking. so they're a little bit behind on that. We'll see what the seed has in store. We've seen some pretty crazy seeds already, and I have said in the past this seed can't be crazier, and right now I feel the same. I don't think it'll be crazier, but we'll see what happens. Being in a great position with all of this money. Emperor not going to be very useful. Flush levels are going to be nice. Being up this Diamond Joker could mean a PvP win for Gothic in the first one, just being up some scoring, but obviously being with all of this econ could find some better scoring than a plus 15 mult on a 5-card hand. Supernova with 8 hands. Supernova is nice, but we are on white stake. So we are most likely going to be able to find a better scoring Joker than that. Especially with 5 more hands on the Burglar. Lot of money here, and we see the econ difference already. Another reason why I think gold stake would have been cool. Maybe we're not able to pick up all of these Jokers. Scoring is a little bit harder, and Bean's not able to get as much value out of the Burglar and the reserve parking. And then that skip tag is rewarded a little bit higher. Scary Face is nice because now we can full greed. I mean, obviously we've been doing great with the walkie-talkie on Bean's side. Now, and an idle game. All right. Every game is an idle game. Every game. Every game. I mean, I expect this game will see the AAA, I think, is the only logical conclusion to what's going to happen here. We see a Red Seal face card. I think a Red Seal 5 is not out of this world to pick. I mean, face card is obviously better, more synergies with the reserve parking that we have now. But, I mean, Gothic did say at the beginning of this game, if there's 5 face cards and 5 5s, I could pick the 5s and get rewarded with a hack. Here we see the exact possibility to do that. And we're going to go with the face card. And there's the idol. And Gothic is upset. This is most likely going to turn into a face card glass idol game, as they do often. That's why the last game I casted, being a high card seed, was so electric. But yeah, I mean, here now the scoring is maybe tipping towards Bean with the Scary Face. Can maybe play a full house with some 10s and some face cards, and it might score more than just a flush. But if Gothic can find a flush with the 10s and 4s of diamonds, could be more score. And I mean, it could be an idle miss or an idle hit for somebody else, depending on what cards they death. In ranked multiplayer, there is an idle fix, they call it. Basically, if your idol hits, then it is likely to hit for the other player, even if you're playing different cards. For example, if Gothic has like 8 5s and Bean has 8 kings, and the idol hits for Bean, it would hit for Gothic, making it less luck-based. But in this case, obviously, if the idol hits 5s, it hits 5s, and it'll hit 5s for both players, and it could be bad. Or, if it's going to hit a 5, but that 5 is no longer in the deck, then it'll hit a different card, and they're not synced at all. Ancient. Okay. It's an idle ancient game with a red seal, could be wild cards. We are increasing our scoring very quickly. We have not gotten to a first PvP yet. And we have idle ancient. You see here both players deciding to pick up the foil ramen. Chips are going to be the next thing we want to look for with all of this malt. Purple seal looking better and better. That's true. Purple seal is a lot of deck fixing. But maybe a red seal is scoring that we wouldn't otherwise find. Oh no. And here we go. Gothic finds the ancient, knows it's a high scoring seed, and most likely is not happy. Might not have seen the burglar line, so maybe thinks they're on similar econ footing. Might think that they might be up if they rolled a little bit deeper here than Bean did. Obviously, we know Bean has more econ. So it's going to be a little bit tough. We're already in the PvP, so Gothic stream is very behind for me. Apologies for that. Let's see what they have to say.
They were time consuming. But I'm feeling some similarities. This is like a combination of all the games we played.
It really is.
We've got the aces from you last game. We've got the idol card. It's all the same.
The idol card.
Yeah, and the sock along with it.
Me not mentioning the ancient.
There's some leguming going on here.
I think they were enough up on econ
What
that
you talking about?
Gothic didn't find it. Trying to keep that information hidden.
I don't even know where to begin on what to discard at this present moment.
Yeah. Ooh, I could do that, but that's just like that. If I do that, but if I do this, that means I can do that. What do you think?
What do you think?
I think that has to come before this, but only if you have two that's. If you have two thises, then they should be the priority.
The problem is
Maybe
I
if
have
we...
3 thises, and I think I want to use all 3 of them. So, yes, I'll do this.
He found 3 thises. And he found 2 that's. What do you go for? Obviously, with the aces, contemplating the flush house with the idol card and the base malt with the walkie-talkie. Wants to find the jack as well. Maybe to get that over to make it more
My
likely to
brain
hit.
is so
for idol.
fried, I can't even comprehend the decisions that are going on anymore.
And we see
It's
the
too
same
much.
decision for Gothic.
Yeah.
Finding the aces as well. Doesn't have the 10s though.
Guess I do this and let you help me out.
No 10s here. We do find a 5 of a kind, which is strong base malt. And Bean obviously has a lot to dig here. Oh, flush 5. That's pretty good. Bean now probably knows they need to look for the flush
That's
5.
a big number for first PvP.
Is likely to find it if they
where
full discard.
It's like a callback to the first game where I put a big number first PvP.
Yeah, you really stomped it on that first one with
Flush 5.
was it Bloodstone and the dice?
Who wins here?
Yeah, along with the dust.
Bean's
as
flush
well.
5
Can't forget
is
that.
level
Oh,
1
yeah,
as well.
Of course.
But they had
I'm
a
not
stronger warm-up
sure.
hand.
It's gonna be a close one, I think. Wow,
Oh
it
my
was! Oh
gosh.
my goodness!
Extremely
Wow, I should have paid more attention to
close.
what I was throwing away and the random hands in between.
I guess so. I guess so.
All right.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Whoa!
Brutal.
Ramen.
If I didn't discard chat.
Yeah, 1.87 to
would I still have
1.89
drawn
on
my
the
flush
ramen
five
might have
on
been the difference. That's crazy.
At least we got the flush 5 unlocked. That's the upside of that. Let's hit a roll.
Mime.
Mime.
Mime and shoot the moon.
parking.
Go high card.
It's just, I guess I can
It's
do
not high card.
idle to live for
Sorry,
now
I should
and
be.
figure the
I'm
rest out later.
listening to Bean still. This has such a nice voice. Oh my goodness. What a great PvP win for Gothic. And both players kind of on the same jokers here. Immolate or an Ankh. This is a decision. Game deciding, game defining decision. What do we Ankh or do we Immolate? Bean's going to look at the same decision, same pack. It'll be really interesting to see what we do. Bean going straight for the Ankh. On the idol, we have the red seal. On our face card, we have a lot. I mean, the deck fixing already is pretty strong. 7 aces, 6 8s, 7 10s. You know, on Erratic deck, these off hits are kind of on hits, and we can play around them a lot more. I mean, we see an ace of clubs hit again, so an Ankh here, maybe even into a skip, could win this PvP with the level of the flush 5. It is a pretty difficult decision, and I mean, we're going with the Ankh. We have the egg. It looks like Gothic is going to make the same exact play with their idol on Ace of Hearts. And again, this is what I was just talking about. Bean found a different ace and turned that ace into clubs. The idol picked that card, and now it's Ace of Clubs. Whereas Gothic's is on Ace of Hearts. They mooned a different card and now are kind of punished for what really is not a big decision at all. An upside here is that Gothic being behind on Econ means they get to onk the idol before the mime. So they will be up a mime. Mime with some steel cards can be a lot of scoring. Mime with some gold cards can be a lot of Econ. It could be pretty strong here. And now the question is, how do we get out of the blinds? Whenever we get into an idle game where we have to sell all of our jokers, we have to find that scoring, we have to find that econ. Bean finding both with the Ace of Clubs hit and some econ with the delayed gratification, which will help them hopefully find a photograph and a spectral pack. I imagine this spectral pack will, I don't know what it could have. Maybe a red seal, a purple seal for some deck fixing. Mime Baron could be Naniv, it always could be. Picking up the riffraff, might just sell the egg. We do find a purple seal on a jack that is pretty strong. Sigil is also great deck fixing for the idol. Maybe on Erratic, it's a little bit less necessary. And yeah, now for Gothic, I mean, picking up this Shoot the Moon was really smart. We're still early on in the game, despite what double idol might make you think. So that base malt of Shoot the Moon is still going to be nice, especially with a mime. It's going to help out a ton for getting out of the blinds. Bean holding onto the riffraff, just looking for a lucky photo Chad here. I'm sorry, hanging Chad. Photo Chad is when they're both together. A Chad here would be great. It's also a common, so maybe Gothic can find it. And riffraff is also, you know, generating jokers to sell for econ as well, which can help when we don't have any econ jokers ourselves. Gothic does find a gold card, which is nice, and it's a purple seal. If we pick up this mime, that card is an amazing copy because it's money from the mime and it's purple seal generation. I think it'd be very smart to pick it up. You know, we don't have a ton of money. We're not going to see a lot more jokers. I think mime is strong enough to find, and we do. I mean, it's also great scoring if our idol does miss. If an
I just wanted to hop in and see if you wanted any help in here.
Yeah, it's up to you. If you want to jump in, I'm all good with that.
I'm like, I was just chilling in the back. You're kind of killing it. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
You're going crazy solo.
Oh, whoa,
yeah,
dude.
if you want help, I can for the last game.
I mean, yeah, it's completely up to you. I think the people would love to hear from you. So I'll leave it up to you. I'm fine with either.
Interesting thing that I see here
is
the mime Shoot the Moon for Gothic is going to allow much more consistent scoring in the PvP before the idle hand is played. Also, if the idle hand is a complete brick and we can't really find a way to make it work, the mime Shoot the Moon has a very high likelihood of just winning. So Gothic looking to be in a pretty solid tempo position here.
For sure, yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh my god, there's a soul card?
No way. They can't. I've casted so many games with a soul card. This is crazy. If it's Triple A, I think I'm gonna. Oh, it's Canio. Okay. Never mind. Sorry, I was editing the overlay here.
Yeah, we don't care too much about the Canio here. I mean, honestly, with the quality of jokers on both these players' lineups, I would not be surprised if we just saw a sell out of the Kano for the egg on the Gothic side of the screen, and there it is. Heading into this first PvP, Ace of Diamonds hit, and Ace of Clubs for Gothic. That is the best possible hit for Gothic, and being, I mean, just mooning slightly different cards, and it's going to be incredibly punished here.
Yeah, especially with this steel card, if Gothic is able to keep it in hand with that mime.
What a draw! Whoa. What an insane draw from Gothic here. I think Gothic just needs to play this hand as soon as possible. I guess they're wanting to find a few more queens, but that shoot the moon molt really is not going to be relevant. I think whenever you draw your hand this early, you should just play it and then look for your gold cards, look for your purple seal, and the rest of the PvP. But yeah, we're just looking for queens, not really realizing that shoot the moon molt is going to go after all the idle procs, making it kind of not very relevant.
No, not very relevant. I mean, they're good warm-up hands here, but like you said, we could have played this earlier. No dusk. There's nothing to really hold the cards for.
Yep. I mean, it's not too massive of a misplay at the end of the day here. But also another notable thing is Bean had that delayed gratification egg set up to make at least a little bit of cash before this PvP, but they ended up picking up the photograph and this droll joker, and suddenly they don't have the econ advantage necessarily anymore. In fact, Gothic does with this mime with gold cards. I mean, that is a very real econ generation setup if we can get that online.
Yeah, and I mean, Bean found some econ earlier with the econ lead, found the mime before the idols, and now is punished for being ahead, kind of. And that's just kind of what can happen with the MLBA is, you know, you can roll deeper and find better jokers, or sometimes in very small scenarios or very, very few scenarios, an opponent can find something in a pack before a good joker in the shop. Yeah.
And you could see the smile on Gothic's face, and I mean, Bean's gonna see a score like that and immediately know, okay, I got there were some idle shenanigans that happened there. Like somehow I missed my hit and he hit his.
Yeah. Now we see the photograph here as well. Could drop the egg.
Yeah, I mean, really great timing for Gothic here to find this this photograph. We could either drop egg, maybe shoot the moon if we're feeling comfortable getting out of these blinds with just our hand levels. Flush 5 looking pretty solid. I mean, that's such an insane draw, by the way. I mean, we literally only have 5 ace of clubs in the deck. We draw all 5 with the steal still in hand. That is such an insane draw. Yeah, I'm sure Gothic knows how powerful this photograph is, considering, do you take the additional red seal here to potentially chariot it later? When we're running double idle, I don't know. I think there's also the argument of, okay, now if it hits a 3, we have a red seal on a 3, we can get the right suit changer. Yes, it's not building to your ideal hand, and Gothic skips the photograph, deciding to keep the economy from the egg instead. We will be very punished if a Chad shows up and Bean deciding, hey, I'm behind right now, I'm gonna take a rare skip.
Whoa. Yeah, I think Bean maybe has been knows they are most likely on the same line as Gothic, and is losing by a substantial margin, at least in that last PvP with an idle miss, so might think they need to do something drastic to try to come back and win here.
Yeah, I mean, this is just Bean recognizing that, I mean, down 2 lives on a double idle seed, that's not where you want to be. You gotta make something happen, and I guess this is the rare skip desperation play. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, it has a possibility to be very strong. I myself am not a big fan of skips in my games that I play. What I always tell myself is, like, I could rare skip, but it could be a duo, and then I'd be sad. And then I play the blind.
Well, I mean, there's also several good hits here. Again, I mean, you can find Blueprint Brainstorm, of course, but DNA would go a very long way here if we found a DNA. An Invis Joker would be phenomenal. Okay, there's DNA. Would you look at that? That is pretty dang good. I mean, this is going to allow us to get our Flush 5 online. But the question is it too late? Is it too late for Bean here? Because we are at 2 lives. We did take a skip, and the skip kind of I don't know. I feel like when you take a skip and the rare isn't immediately impactful, like it isn't your blueprint or your brainstorm or something like that, you kind of just have to accept that you're likely to lose the next PvP. I mean, of course, it depends on what Gothic's idol is going to hit here. But yeah, I mean, if Bean goes down to 1 life, suddenly this DNA maybe isn't going to do enough. I mean, it is nice to get more red seals, of course, but how often are we even going to draw the red seals?
Yeah, I mean, it is a slow generator, you know, we need to get the cards in our deck before they can start to generate value. It's just kind of an additional step to get there. And being down 2 lives, I mean, a Queen of Hearts hit here for Bean because of the skip. It's the same hit for Gothic, but they have 1 more blind to play, so their idol has the ability to hit something else.
Yeah, Queen of Hearts, that hand will trigger photo. I wonder what hand Bean is gonna go for. You can go 4 of a kind. We did level that up, but it does require some good draws, and if you're planning on using the DNA at all, then you have an even less likely chance of drawing the hand. So
spades. We do have a world.
Oh my god,
and
yeah,
a
world
10-4.
card. World card up top for Gothic. It all just depends on how many 4s are in the deck. This is erratic, so
I don't think we have a ton.
We only have 2, so our best hit is only 2 cards. It's the exact same for Bean. I think the big difference here is Gothic has the ability to go Flush House, which is going to be a higher base molt hand. So with the higher base molt, their idol could be more effective possibly. Also, purple seals in the deck could change this up. If Bean finds a sun in the purple in their deck, then they are probably going to win. If Gothic finds a strength for 3s, that would also be phenomenal for him.
Yeah. And I mean, it's tough. I don't know how many queens Bean has in their deck, but
they have 4.
Yeah, so if they don't, I mean, 53 cards, we do have 5 hands, but if we're not able to find those, the Shoot the Moon Mime with a steel card might be enough scoring, you know, with a strong hand. Obviously, that photograph will make any sort of 4 of a kind with this Empress card strong. We'll see what happens here.
All right, Bean immediately going to have to decide, do you use the DNA on the purple seal? I feel like that's not... I mean, if we're doing this, I mean, this is a big commitment. This is Bean saying, I'm okay going down to 1 life, and I'm okay having that additional purple seal for 1 life. And because it's not like he's generating any extra tarot cards in this blind specifically. So, I mean, I guess on the double idol seed, the value of tarot cards really skyrockets. So getting more of those when you're not even necessarily guaranteed to draw that red seal for DNA is just what Bean's gonna settle for.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough to waste all of your discards and not find the card and then not get any value from the purple seal. Sometimes you just got to take what the game gives you, and in this case, it's another purple seal, which, like you said, is slower. Being on 2 lives, if they lose this PvP, they're going to need some scoring quick, and a purple seal is not necessarily quick, even though it can be strong.
I really want to see Gothic play this 4 of a kind with the queen in hand. That would be an excellent turn order hand to force maximum information out of Bean, really get the most possible information to see what type of hand we need to go for. Do we have to get the flush house? Maybe just a flush? Like what exactly do we need to pull off here? Sorry about that.
No worries. Yeah, and we did have the possibility to have the 10-4 in the shop there, which could have helped out if we're going to play a flush house with 10s and 4s. And now not sure if we should discard this queen to dig more or hold on to it.
I mean, okay, there's the flush house for Gothic. And I don't think Bean is going to get a better hand than that.
I mean, they did find 2 Queen of Hearts for a full house with a Empress Jack first.
Yeah, true.
And the photograph.
The red seal Molt Jack is going to do a lot of work here. Bean might be working some black magic here. I mean, the Molt as well, just going to be compensating quite a lot. I mean, a better hand than I expected, but I think this flush house with the steal is still going to get there from Gothic.
I think so too, and I think Gothic realized now that we can put that steal card after the first queen, which in the past we had not been doing that, but it's good to see that kind of small micro decision be made, and it is enough. 1 life for the Bean.
Yeah, 1 life left. He has a DNA here, but again, I mean, it's not like we're getting the red seals online here. I mean, it genuinely is such a scary spot for Bean, and Bean might be forced to consider something like selling out of rebate or DNA. I think selling the DNA probably a better decision than selling the rebate, but I think Bean knows that it's going to be very hard to justify this Joker slot at 1 life. I think he just needs to be very thankful that Gothic doesn't have this DNA in this position.
Yeah.
Because DNA for Gothic and DNA for Bean are 2 very different stories. Overstock coming up here, getting to-do list on pairs, not good enough. We need the DNA to be copying here.
Yeah. I mean, only 2 kings in the deck for either player. Not a lot of econ gonna be made. And Bean kind of has been using their econ advantage. I mean, even in this game, in the past games, this rewarded them, you know, in the first game with a Bloodstone, Dice, and Dusk to get an early lead in that one. But in this game, it hasn't. I mean, it's almost punished them because Gothic has been able to hold on to the Shoot the Moon Mime with 2 idols, which has been helping them win the PvPs thus far.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, Ankh is one of those spectrals that can punish you very heavily for being ahead. There's just some things in Balatro like that, and just is what it is.
Yeah.
Not much you can do about it.
I mean, Bean has not dropped a single game yet. At some point, you have to be a little bit unlucky, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I don't know. I think Bean is a phenomenal player. Of course, absolutely, they're fantastic at this game. But I mean, sometimes the seed is going to just hate you. But I mean, let's not count Bean out of this yet. They can still pull out some crazy shenanigan right here.
Well, and we do find a Lovers that we can put on a red sealed jack. Previously, the worry was that all of our jacks are on clubs. So that kind of hit is more likely, and we wouldn't be able to play our red seal, but now with the Lovers, we could. So it kind of comes down to that. Bean as well, just with a huge econ lead, could find a better Joker, a Sock and Buskin, a Blueprint, a Brainstorm. We've seen a couple of those this set so far.
It doesn't even seem like Bean is that far in the lead econ-wise. They both have this rebate, and I believe they both just found this Polychrome Gluttonous Joker. I don't know if Gothic has played an additional blind or something, but I don't know. I feel like the odds of Bean finding a Joker that Gothic doesn't is kind of unlikely. I think we're really just praying to the idol gods here. And Gothic, considering, do you sell out of mail and rebate when it's on aces to pick up a Midas Mask to combo with the Mime? And gonna side with a no on this one. I think that is probably the correct play. You could consider maybe selling out of Shoot the Moon. I really don't think this Joker is doing too much. I guess it is security to get out of these blinds. Even if your idol doesn't want to cooperate, but
yeah, and I think it's just some security. I talked about that a little bit right after we made the decision of double idol, is we need to find some scoring, and ideally we need to find some econ. You know, Bean was able to pick up both right away with the photograph and then an egg and a delayed gratification. But
okay, 8 of clubs idol hit right before PvP for Bean.
Ooh, of course it's gonna hit for Gothic.
Not ideal, and I think Bean might be selling out of this DNA for Ramen in the shop. Yeah, we're gonna sell it, buy Okay, never mind. We're just like saying we're going to definitely not use it in the PvP, so we're gonna find anything possibly good in the shop. We're gonna roll as far as we can with the chaos. Might be picking up the seeing double.
It is also a 2x. We will probably play a wild card. There's another chaos.
Gluttonous or Smiley could possibly be considerations. Okay, and there's a Justice card.
Judgment?
That is huge for being. Maybe you can't get the idle hit to work here, but you can definitely put glass on a red seal, and that will be just as good as an idle hit.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, an ace of clubs idle hit for Gothic here would do wonders. And Bean picking up the 8-ball for the Commissioner luck. Hoping for good draws by the Seed Rider himself, Zeno. We'll see here. It is a little bit spooky for Gothic. We do need 10,000 points here, but
we have the 5 of a kind with
yes.
3 queens in hand. Should be fine. It's just how do you use this hangman here? And it looks like he's saying he's not going to. Lovers up top for whatever idle hit could possibly be coming. It's a 3 of clubs. We have a red seal on a 3.
Whoa.
We have a red seal on a 3. Oh my god. Okay.
We don't have
Lovers
a
on the
ton
red
of them,
seal 3
though.
for Gothic.
Kind of need a strength here if we really want to play into it.
No, we have 5 3s in the deck.
I lied. Hey, there's the red seal 3. We should
Yeah,
really
yeah,
throw the
yeah.
lovers on that.
I mean, I don't think we're supposed to use it yet. Definitely supposed to use the hangman in the pack.
That's true.
Because like the question is, what if you don't draw the red seal 3
That's true.
in the PvP? So you just have access to the lovers. I think Gothic should win if they find this Justice card. That is how Bean stays in here, is by holding onto the Justice card and Gothic not finding it. But there really isn't a reason for Gothic not to roll all the way down here, but they don't!
And I think this is another case we might see some face card bias here, or maybe some ace bias rather. If Gothic doesn't play for the 3s, they might lose the PvP.
Yeah, they do need to make that play. They have a couple 3 of clubs in the deck. I think Gothic's best hand here is going to be 4 of a kind.
Yes.
We have a lot of levels on that 4 of a kind. We can get the red seal 3. It's not we don't have photograph on this side, so okay,
no.
Strength card coming in for Bean.
Whoa.
Looking like that's not gonna be anything useful. No clubs in the deck of 7s.
Only discarding 4 potentially. Okay, gonna full. It's hard to know. I mean, our 3s are our highest scoring, but we're only gonna dig 4. We do find a 4 of a kind aces, which is a good hand to cycle, but we might be thinking about trying to play for a flush house. We've done it a couple times, playing for a flush house over a flush 5 or 5 of a kind. I mean,
flush
with
house wouldn't be the worst.
no, especially not with these mult aces here.
The number one thing Gothic needs to do here, though, is just make sure that they're getting rid of 5 cards every single time. It is
Yes.
the most important thing Gothic can do here. They need to drop 5 cards. Okay, there is one of their idle hit. Do they get baited into holding on to all 3 of these aces here? I think they need to drop them all.
Yes.
4 of a kind is a very, very real hit here. And that red seal 3 needs to be drawn.
Yeah.
This is
I mean,
this
if
is a decision that could make or break this game.
Yeah, and I mean, we have a lot of hands left to play. We can get through 15 cards. Are we getting rid of a 3?
Yeah, it looks like we're getting rid of a 3 here because it's a 3 of spades. You only have 1 lovers. And yeah, I mean, Gothic is now going to be discarding 4 at a time here.
I mean, it's tough, right? If we think a flush house is our strongest score, then this is absolutely the correct move. But if we dig harder, maybe 4 of a kind is even more points with another club 3 with a red seal lovers. We draw the red seal.
Yep. And I mean, this is what I was talking about when we first picked up that red seal 3 is exactly this situation. I mean, idle hits a 3. We use a suit changer, in this case a lovers, and that bad boy is powerful.
We're getting rid of another 3 here, hoping for a club 3 or another ace for a flush house. Which I don't hate with the Empress cards on the ace. I think it's a reasonable thought to have. But now...
Okay, hold on, look at Bean's draws right now. It might not matter at all, depending on the draws. Do we even get... We don't even get the red seal, we got the flush house, though.
Wow.
But importantly, that's only a 2x from the photograph, no red seal.
And we don't get the flush house from Gothic.
Oh.
We have a 2 pair to play. There's not a lot of mult on that.
We do have the steel queen, but no chips is terrible. Oh my god, if Gothic just played this a little bit better, I think he always just wins here, but being with Justice and Photograph here is probably gonna take it. We'll see.
It's still not the easiest position for Bean. I guess you can always... Yeah, thinking about justicing a face card to try to hold it for later, or maybe an 8 to get some better deck fixing if it breaks. Flush house is just a lot. I mean, 22 mult. We're going to have 16, 32x on that. 64 with the glass card is going to be way more than 16x on Gothic side on the 2 pair, 2 base mult.
Yeah, I mean, at least we have these Empress aces. That is going to help us out quite a bit, getting up to 10 base molt before those idle procs go off.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I mean, this could have been, it could have ended right here. This could have been
if Gothic had full discarded. I mean, we have 9 cards left. We could have seen maybe 3, maybe 4 more of those. Odds are, I mean, it's kind of likely that it's the 3 of clubs with a 4 of a kind. And 4 of a kind.
We can just go for 4 of a kind here. That's the real thing. Is, I mean, flush house just requiring too many cards held in hand, and I mean, only finding this 2 pair at the end of the day because we feel like we need the flush house when our 4 of a kind is 16 base molt and even more chips than the flush house at this point. I mean, it's very highly leveled up.
He's gonna glass the jack.
Yeah, I think that's a play that you have to make here at 1 life.
And it breaks, which is unlucky, but 500k I don't think is a score that Gothic is going to top.
Yeah, and I mean, you see that score from Gothic and you gotta know, man, like, if I had better draws, I'd just win here.
Yeah, very unfortunate. But again, not completely over. I mean, the deck fixing from Bean with all the jacks we have is getting pretty strong. So we're going to need some idle on our side for Gothic to be able to take this game.
And there's a Baron!
No,
There's a Baron!
No.
Oh my gosh.
High card
We have Baron
seed.
Mime, chat.
Imagine we strength that jack up, put steel on it.
You know, okay, call me crazy. I don't even... Okay, I guess we only have 2 kings in the deck.
Yeah,
but like, Baron Mime is always going to win if Bean's idol misses ever. And he's at 1 life to 3, so like that could be possible reasoning, but as this game gets later and later and later, it's just so much more unlikely that there will be idle misses. I mean, it's erratic. There's so many just little pockets of cards. You don't need your best idle hit. You just need a idle hit at all to beat that Baron Mime.
There's the Baron for Bean. Gonna skip it. There's a raised fist in the shop with a troubadour as well. Could have been high card. Yeah, I mean, just hoping for some good lucky hits here. Being with the photograph it is very nice to get out of the blinds with all the jacks that we have. Gothic going to be using that shoot the moon with the mime most likely to get out. Maybe the 4 of a kind levels as well.
Gothic thinking about overriding this lovers with steel here. Again, that red seal steel with the mime, not too shabby.
It could be strong if our idol hits aces again. And this is
10 of spades located here for the idol.
Kind of the variance that Gothic was hoping for. I mean, they mentioned at the beginning of this erratic game, you know, if you have 5 face cards and I have 5, 3s, and I build into 3s and the idol hits 3s, then I just win. and kind of hoping on that luck. Now they've kind of built into aces. So if idle hits aces, which is not unlikely for either player, they might have an advantage, you know, with this Shoot the Moon Red Seal Steel, and not being able to get the photograph value for Bean. Someone in chat would have sold both idols for Troubadour and Baron. You probably would have lost the game. A Baron with 2 kings is not that crazy. You know, if it had been, you know, if we had, this was a 10 king game, Baron might not have been as crazy. But with double idol, it's a lot of points. And we see the 8 ball maybe getting some value for Bean here.
A slightly, a somewhat important thing that I do want to point out here is the difference of builds here. Bean going for that flush house with the suit changers getting very high levels on it. It's like rather consistent. Is actually allowing them to see farther in their deck and get more rebate value. Where Gothic is reliant on a lot on, for example, these steel cards, and he's doing like more 4-card, 3-card discards, holding on to a lot of queens and steel cards, and yeah, Hack showing up.
He's great. I mean,
yeah,
for
you gotta
Barons,
take it. It's phenomenal. What are we gonna skip? We skipped Hack. Oh, because we hit the Ace of Clubs idle hit, and we're skipping.
Okay, we're gonna
here.
skip. I mean, this could be
okay,
it.
but surely you sell Shoot the Moon for a Hack.
Maybe, but Bean knows that they skipped now. Idle hit Ace of Clubs for them. This is exactly what I was saying. I mean, we have kind of a better Aces builds because we don't have a photograph, so we're not getting a benefit from playing the face cards, and we have Mime with Red Seal Steel. So our Jokers are doing more for us on an Ace hit than for Bean.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, it might just be over. No, Bean is gonna play the blind, and I think this is a very, very heads up play from Bean here. Just saying, you know what? This idol needs to be better. This idol needs to be face card, or like this idol needs to hit my Jack of Clubs here, and if it doesn't, then I mean, we also have the hackable cards, but this is why Gothic needed to take the hack to cover that potential out for Bean here. I mean, they have the Red Seal 3 in the deck. If you take the hack, you're going to have more re-triggers on your hackable cards. So this is Gothic gambling specifically on winning this PvP, and I think that's fine taking the skip. I just think that this Shoot the Moon does not need to come along for the ride, and that's where we're seeing the understanding from Bean of what your scoring is really coming from here, not having to Shoot the Moon, having specifically on trigger, and that's it, with Flush House and relying on the idol. Even though it's so scary, when you have 2 of them, it doesn't matter what your idol hits as long as you can throw it in a Flush House. And it's just allowing Bean to make better long-term decisions.
Yeah, and I think
But what is it gonna hit?
Let's see. Ace of Clubs again.
Again! Okay, well,
So
this is
not
gonna
punished.
give Bean another shop.
Not rewarded.
I mean, the big thing Bean can find here is Dusk. We might see Bean sell out of the hack for any sort of scoring here as well. It looks like we're going for the hallucination, maybe?
Could be Judgment. Ice Cream. Gonna hope for some more cards. Red Seal or Purple Seal 5. Nothing yet. Red Seal King. We could strength into an ace with some luck and a suit changer of some sort.
I mean, we have 4 purple seals in the deck.
It's not impossible. It would be disgusting if that were the case. Baron looking good now. True. Ooh.
Oh my god, it's a Chad! It's a Chad!
And a blast.
Oh my...
Whoa.
Are we serious?
Chad is
wow.
good. Chad might be enough. I mean,
Chad is enough.
Wait, yeah, with the
Chad
idle
just...
card.
is enough.
Oh.
With 2 idols and
I mean,
photograph, this
that's-
Chad is representing 64x mole.
That's the last roll that we could have taken to pick up a Joker here, and we find it. One more
Oh
roll and we don't
my
have enough money to
God.
pick it up.
I mean, that is crazy. And Gothic maximum punished here for not taking the
Yeah.
hack. I mean, they just needed to do that to secure the late game here. And now they're just in massive trouble.
Yeah, and Bean holds on to the Econ Joker. So if they win, they will continue to hold their Econ lead and continue to find these better Jokers.
Oh my goodness. All right.
You do
I am
find the
going
steel
to-
cards immediately for Gothic.
Yeah, is that a good or a bad thing, though? I mean, I guess with the Juggler, we have enough hand size that we won't have to really sacrifice many discards to hold on to them.
I mean, with the Mime, these steel cards are not doing nothing. I don't know if it's necessarily the difference of a hanging Chad,
Yep.
but it is strong if we're able to draw the cards and Bean isn't. We'll see.
I am going to head out and get ready for my match that starts in like 17 minutes. But
Awesome. Well, thanks
letting
for
me hop in for this game. This game's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
yeah, thanks for hopping in. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Good luck on your match. Oh, he left. Okay, we're alone. All by myself. Let me hide him. Oh, not the whole overlay. Let's hide Vagabond. There we go. No more Vagabond. Bye. All right, so interesting PvP here. I'm going to take a listen in, so we're not talking over everybody now. Now we can listen. Let's see.
Yes, it's my turn again. You keep doing these big starters.
He does do that.
I just wish I'd have found like 4 more death cards. Then I'd be really happy.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind that either.
Probably for all these steel. We don't draw the last ace of clubs. Bean does. That alone is going to do it. And Bean finds a lovers. They could have also strengthened their king and lovers it. Obviously, you don't know. And this is just going to be a crazy score.
Right. Here's my end.
Yeah, just a classic 256 million. Not bad. I'm a little bit behind. There we go.
You found some new tech.
Not necessarily.
That's the risk of skipping.
It
Is, and we don't put the Empress cards first, not that it matters whatsoever. But I mean, 4 million, 256 million.
Good luck, good luck.
Good luck.
All right. Oh, okay. Well, that's huge for us. 3 of spades.
3 of spades is a good hit. I mean, we have the red seal on the 3 to maybe help make up the difference of the hanging Chad. Not completely. But could. The first PvP was a ramen diff. This is true. 0.02x on the ramen was the difference in the PvP. Crazy game. Both players get to play the blinds here. Obviously for Bean, we're looking for a face card hit with the photo Chad. That will secure us the game. For Gothic, we kind of want the idol to keep hitting these 3s, and we need to make money. Bean here keeping the rebate over the hack. For example, in this position, if Gothic had sold the Shoot the Moon for the hack, 3 of spades and hack might be enough to win. I mean, Bean's idol not insanely likely to hit, could miss. And so that, like Vagabond was saying, could be their out that they would have covered. 3 of spades is probably the best hit. I mean, if both players' idols have to hit the same thing, obviously a non-face card is what we need on Gothic's side. The Mime's still doing work. It is kind of the only way that we're getting out of the blinds with these off hits. But the Shoot the Moon is not doing that much. I feel like the plus mult it shows is deceptively weak. It feels stronger than it actually is. And again, Bean with these purple seals has 4. I think they might have even more than that. Nope, they have 4. is helping out with the deck fixing here. Might make their idol more likely to hit. We see King of Clubs. If it's going to hit King for Gothic, it is most likely going to hit King for Bean. I don't think we've hung any kings on Bean's side. A king hit with a moon upstairs for Bean if he holds on to this. Might result in a skip to win the PvP. We have 3 kings, so we kind of need to find some sort of retrigger. Only 3 is not really enough to play for. Hermit on the side of Gothic as well. Gonna pick up the discarded voucher to help look for their cards more often. Looking at the skip tag, might consider a skip. I'm trying to think of what spectral card helps them. The Dusk helps them quite a lot. It is great because we don't have Econ right now, so we're not punished for selling Econ. Bean, obviously with the Chad, is still a lot of retriggers. Dusk is going to help photograph even more for this potentially upcoming King of Clubs hit. Let's see, it hits Jack of Clubs for Bean, and Bean is most likely going to find the Dusk. This is probably going to be a skip. Oh, wait! The Chad for Gothic, we can sell out of the Shoot the Moon. The X-Mult from the Mime is going to be way stronger, and they do. Very smart decision. Vagabond left. He is back in the shop. Wait, Chad is strong. I mean, I don't think it's stronger than a photograph, you know, Mime here over photograph. Baseball card's not awful either. I mean, it's not better than what Bean's rocking, but still fun to see baseball card have some value. It is spicy now. I'm not sure who takes it off the top of my head. King of Clubs hit is not amazing. We can hopefully play this blind and be okay. Let's see here. Lucky Cat a little bit late. We are going to skip. Spectral Pack's not bad. Find an Ecto. Honestly, worth a pickup. I mean, yeah, Bean's going to take it. It's good. Photo's at 32x. If Beans hits Red Seal, can't possibly fit enough steel. Exactly. Vagabond over Mime feels like variance. Yes, but also Vagabond, I feel like late game is a little bit tough. We kind of need the econ that we can get from all the deck fixing we have, from all the tarots we have. I feel like at this point, looking for better jokers might help us more. I mean, maybe if we're Gothic, we kind of have all the jokers we need. We kind of need the cards to be able to deck fix. This does get a little bit tricky. I think Gothic has some pretty good 4 of a kind levels. So 4 of a kind with Steel Mime in hand would probably be enough on its own. We'll see what kind of deck fixing they can get ready. Obviously, Bean skipped and disappeared from their screen with the double idol on Jack of Clubs hit. If we hit, I guess it has to be 3s for Gothic. Maybe 3 of Clubs hit. With the Dusk and the Red Seal on one of them, it might help us out. Maybe we need to find... Is Bean Red Seal a club? I think they might have Lovers their Red Seal, so I believe it is a club. I believe it is wild. We have the flush house here. Gothic loves their flush houses. With an idol card, it's obviously going to be enough scoring to win. Maybe just trying to look. I don't know if we have 1 gold card in the deck. That would help us out a ton with Mime. A little extra econ. Obviously, anything in this shop that we see is something Bean will not see. Is an advantage we will have. We're going to value this tarot card, which I don't hate. Going to play 4 of a kind. Okay, flush house with the king. Good ordering here. Playing the king first, mult card second, king last. 22 million is good. Queen of Diamonds hit is not great unless we find a soul with a troubadour, which we will not find here. This is going to be pretty tough. Maybe we can sell this moon and emperor to look for a diamonds hit, or maybe we only have 1 diamond. We say goodbye to this PvP. Oh yeah, it looks like Bean's Red Seal is a wild and a club. Chariot and Sun. Chariot's nice, but we kind of need deaths for the chariots if we want the mimes to be good. We're heading into the PvP here. Lovers. Let's see what's going on.
Hello.
Hello.
How you feeling this one? You saw the big timer.
Dusk.
Yeah, and I didn't see anything that kind of got me up in the 200 million range. So probably going to go to some Last Life Magic.
Lives are not
What
updated.
if
1
I'm
second.
just trying some stuff? You know, I think there's a new strategy of you bluff by skipping, and then your opponent really just goes max value, and you can put him down to 1 life and hope your idle hits then.
I mean,
That's kind of what I was saying last game when Gothic double skipped and Bean had all of that red seal glass. Maybe Bean wouldn't have played it if they thought they were just losing, but then information given to Bean when Gothic said my idol didn't hit. Anyways.
The problem for me is you still have 2 lives.
yeah, it's not over till the Lives Lady sings.
Yeah.
I mean, Bean finds the full hand of Jack of Clubs. We know this is enough. With any luck, the turn order that Bean can have here will let them know that this is enough. Looks like we're going to go for a potential full house for Gothic.
I don't know what to do here, because I know I can just win if I play this.
Can win.
Maybe we even without
Even
dust.
with like 5 hands and 4 discards. I just can't get through the deck in a way that is as productive as I generally need it to be.
Yeah, it's the hand size, man. You need a bean. A bean would solve all my problems right now.
It would solve a lot of problems for sure.
Now we're going to get rid of the aces. Looking for a 4 of a kind queens. If we had done this with our 3s a couple PvPs ago, it might have just been enough to win outright. This game would be over. We still get to look for more stuff here. And we do have the turn order for Gothic, so they should wait. We do find a 5 of a kind. Honestly, 4 of a kind is just better with the steel card in hand. Bean does glass, and making Bean play these glass cards is strong. Bean has
You
to.
can just put up like 23 million. Feel like I've got breathing room.
It's gonna be more than that, I think.
Maybe.
Positive.
Maybe
gonna
it's
be more than that.
E23.
We'll see
Maybe
if there's
like
a 23 in there somewhere.
E13. E13. Holy cow!
Oh, yeah.
Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Glass breaks.
3's in there, not the 2 though.
Glass breaks, which is unfortunate. But that's why turn order is so important. Being saved 1 glass as well on 1
Okay,
life.
You've also gotten stronger. Let's see.
Yeah, but
If
I had
this
that score last round, we'd be golden.
All right.
All right,
Life.
Last Life
Good luck.
Magic.
last
Good luck,
life,
good luck.
Jack of Clubs, King of Clubs.
Please, idle lock in. I mean,
Stressful game. I mean, Bean knows that, you know, with an idle hit, Gothic can score a lot of points. Bean also probably knows that Gothic is Club of Kings. Same thing. Bean also probably knows that Gothic is not really playing into face cards. Ooh, an invis. Invis just in time. I mean, this is where the ectoplasm is going to pay off here. Because Bean will be able to pop this right before the PvP, and pretty much any hit is an advantage his opponent most likely will not have. There's a glass jack. Probably not enough, but going to be a pickup regardless. Yes, rewarded for Ecto. This is an Ecto that Gothic could have taken as well, but decided to pass on. At the time, they might have had some jokers they didn't want it to hit, but now their joker slots are pretty full, and now it's scary. Bean has this photograph to get out of the blinds easily. Gothic does not, kind of relying on card levels and steel cards. But if we sell this mime, then we don't have the steel re-triggers. We still have the steel base, of course. On 1 life, it's difficult. If we pick this up, I mean, I think if Bean doesn't have the Ecto and they're on 1 life, they might not be able to take the invis. Because you can't sell an Idol or a Chad or a Dusk. But the Ecto saving them big time, and this coming later is also big time, selling the Mime. We do have the Jack of Clubs hit, and we do have a Glass Jack of Clubs, so we should be able to get out. There's the Glass Jack of Clubs. We will guaranteed get out. Should hopefully play this with Dusk to help us out. And now it comes down to Idle Luck and Invis hits. I believe both players picked up the Jokers in the same order. So Invis will hit, I mean, depending on what ante you rip it in, it can hit a random Joker depending on which one you picked up, or like what order. So it'll either pick the most recent one you picked up, second most recent, third most recent, or the earliest one you picked up. And that randomizes every ante. But, you know, obviously with both players on 1 life, both players are going to be ripping the Invis in the same ante. Gothic didn't see the Ecto in the in the Spectral pack. That is interesting. I feel like Gothic had a chance to Ecto. Here's another one if he wants it. Now it's a scary Ecto in this shop, because if it hits that Invis Joker, you're kind of cooked. I don't exactly know how that works, because when you sell it, it removes the negative, I believe. And you can pick up another Joker while you have it, but then maybe you won't be able to sell it. The way that this works is if this Invis hits Photograph and both idols hit Best Card, well, Bean's idol hit negative Invis lets you do 6 out of 5. Okay, so it is still a good Ecto, as long as we can pick up a card in the blinds to do it for Gothic. What we need on Gothic's side is a idle miss on Bean's side, I don't know, probably then an idle copy with an idle miss, an idle hit on Gothic's side, and an idle copy on Gothic's side. So we need a lot to happen. Bean's deck is more fixed, so idle more likely to hit. But here's the Ecto. If you're Gothic, you might have to take it. You're full on Joker slots. Anything you see now, you could pick up. On 1 life, it's also difficult. You lose out on that hand size. Bean's idol needs to lock in his compensation for the last game. I think the opposite. I think Bean threw to get a higher score on purpose. I think that deserves an idle miss, personally. Do rip the Ecto. It does hit the Dusk. Now we need to find something good here. We still have the big blind to play. Bean's going to put the timer on us. And now a tough decision for Bean. I mean, you can't really sell any of your Jokers. Bean's idol hit. So this is not good. This is very bad for Gothic. Unfortunate, because I feel like Gothic could have had this one if they had played for all of their 3s in an earlier PvP. But we'll see here. Gothic's going to play this Gold Seal again to get a little bit deeper into the shop. Never mind, I lied. They're going to discard, of course. Most likely GG's here. I can't imagine an idle hit for Gothic outside of 3 of Hearts with the Sun upstairs. That would be stronger than the Jack of Clubs with the Red Seals and the Photograph. It's most likely going to be a GG. Bean waiting to rip the Invis. Bean might not draw their Jacks, true. Could be a generational bottom deck. Gonna rip it. Maybe just in the blind, because why not? Gothic here needs to find something to get out. They've discarded a lot of their cards. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe sunning the 9s to get out. They do. And this would have been a good hand for the PvP. But now we don't get to hold on to the sun for the PvP. I don't know if there was another hand we could have played to win. Times 1,000 is pretty good, but we're going to see times even more from Bean's side in this PvP. Let's see there, 13 billion is a pretty good score, and now we pray we find a good Joker. A Photograph here is possible, even though our idol hit Ace of Clubs, which is theoretically our best hit. but with a Death Justice upstairs for Bean, a Red Seal face card, it likely will not matter. Any predictions for what the invis is going to hit on Bean's side? I personally think it's going to hit the photograph. Oh, Gothic rips it. It hits the idol. I don't think there's a hit for Bean that's worse. I mean, it hits idol. It could theoretically hit photograph, although I don't think so. I think if my understanding is right, it's going to hit the same Joker. We picked up idol first and second in the shop. So most likely it's going to hit the first or second card for Bean because we are ripping it in the same ante. And one more roll here for luck. A juggler. That sounds better than a Chips Joker to me. It does not to Gothic. Here we go. Into the PvP. See how this last life PvP goes.
Which starts at 180.
I thought it was a 240 timer.
That I did not skip there. I promise you that. I'm not gonna say anything about how my idol was this last blind. We'll keep it in suspense.
Bean loves to legume,
So
get all the information.
Did you get the invisible Joker in the small blind or in the last shop after our PvP, and then go small blind, big blind, sell the invisible Joker?
I did see the invisible Joker.
Oh my gosh, this guy. This guy goes, I'm not going to tell you what my idol did. I'm not giving that information. And then now is trying to get some extra info out of Gothic, the Legume King. Red Seal Glass.
Well,
Metal
I think
card.
my odd Todd is going to be the
Another
difference
death.
maker.
Todd
You're
is
going
not
those
going to be the
aces,
difference
I see.
maker. A lot of chips is nice, but not better than Photo Chad Glass. Does Bean use the death? He does. No way we get another one, right? I mean, come on. It's a tower. We're gonna hold the steel
The
card
problem is
in
I haven't
hand.
seen a single justice this whole game.
Bean found one and turned it into 3.
Yeah, when you like pass on one early, sometimes you get real punished. I don't think I found one early. Or passed on any early.
Yeah, I mean, Gothic was very
I've got my
close to this game here. You know, maybe if they play 4 of a kind 3s with the idol a while ago, they might take this game earlier. Bean is possibly going to rip the invis. Hopefully, should. I mean, any hit is a good hit here. It's idle. It's going to be a good score. It will not be E32. I'm telling you that much. If I had to guess, I would say E18, but I don't know. Yeah, Bean's going to use the invis. It's too strong. I mean, a good line. It is unfortunate that photograph is a common Joker. You know, if the photographs doesn't show up, maybe somehow we win this. Might have sold Chatter Photo. Yeah, but even Chatter Photo is a decent hit. I mean, it's 32x, which is strong. Obviously not as strong as 32,000x. It's close. E21 is the guess in chat. I don't know. It's hard to say. Let's see.
Okay, I am ready when you are.
We're going to rip it on the
Alright,
last
ship it.
hand at the same time. Holy cow, it's so much. So much X-Vault. 19, 15, 21 is way too much. 19. I said 18. Oh, it's going to be more. 22. Holy cow, did anybody say
Wow.
22?
Wow, you also got the triple idol.
21?
Yeah. I
Wow.
didn't take photograph way back when because
And
the deck
it's
fixing
E, what,
for me
14,
just
15?
wasn't there.
Pretty strong still.
Right. I took
And
a
so
rare skip a
after you-
while ago, so I had the DNA and I was copying purple jacks with that, so that allowed me to build into jacks a bit more and use that photograph. When the Chad showed up, it helped a lot.
yeah, like I
GGs.
couldn't believe how clutch. So for the longest time, I had Shoot the Moon and Mime,
Oh,
and they were just getting me through so many rounds holding queens and steel cards.
I
And
see.
in that last hand, I had the Steel King, the Red Seal Steel Jack, and the Red Seal Steel 3.
Wow.
And so it was the best thing I was possibly going to be able to play, but
Yeah,
I
just
didn't have enough money to kind of find anything better than Odd Todd in that last shop.
building into those aces, yeah. Where did you get
It was
the negative
Thank you.
from?
that was a
Because I got a spectral scope.
ectoplasm. There was an ectoplasm in the shop about
Oh, I think
two
I
the.
saw that
shops
as well,
ago.
I believe.
Oh yeah, actually that was the Santi, right?
Yep.
I just
It was
didn't take
after
it 'cause
our
I
last
already used one.
PvP. That's when I took it, and I took the
Yeah, I think this is the closest. I haven't watched every single Bean game, but I think this is the closest he's gotten to losing a game by Gothic, which is very interesting. Very, very good for Gothic. I mean, he tried to go for a different line, and it almost paid off. If Photograph was an uncommon Joker, maybe we don't see it. Maybe it should be a rare Joker. But it was close. It was a good game. Great effort by Gothic. I think a very good performance to make each of the games pretty close. I just want to say this has probably been the best solo cast I've experienced since watching. Really enjoyable hypers. Whoa, thank you. Wow, that's so nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah. At the last one I did, Radical Opinions. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, very good cast. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Last game I casted solo, did Bean lose a single game? He has not lost a single game. Photos should be rare. Oh, that's the Radical Opinion. Every Joker should be rare except Jimbo. Thank you for casting. Thank you for watching. Oh, and Bean looks like he's going straight into the cast of the next game with Zeno. They took my overlay from me, so now I am Zeno. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and raid one of them. I don't know, should I raid Bean or should I raid Zeno? Maybe I'll raid Bean. W to the cast. Thank you everybody who followed as well. Got a lot of followers. I really appreciate that. Silver Lurker just followed me. That's great. Got a nice voice. Thank you. 3D just followed me. Oh my goodness, Spaz on fire. Holy cow. Great casting voice. Thank you. That means a lot. Holy cow, my stream setup is getting bugged out of my mind. Let's go here to the idle screen. Would I like to join their casting? Probably not. Great casting, dude. Get that affiliate ASAP. Thank you. Oh, is Zeno playing Slay the Spire? I thought he was casting. Maybe I'll raid Bean then. I would join their casting, but I do have to work at 3 and I've still got to go to the gym. So I'm going to do that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for following. It's always, I have so much fun casting these games. I hope it comes across. Holy cow, a couple more follows. Appreciate it. I hope it comes across in the casting. I'm a viewer just like you guys. When I started, I just played a lot of Balatro. I watched a lot of Balatro. And it's a lot of fun. And I have a lot of fun watching it, a lot of fun commentating it. Uh-oh, what did somebody say? Somebody did not see the horse couch. Don't look at the horse couch, okay? You guys are not supposed to see that. There is not a full horse on my couch. There is nothing there. Slash raid turtle bean. I spelled turtle wrong. Don't look at it. Turtle bean underscore, is this right? There's not a horse. There's no horse. There's no horse. Don't look at the horse. We are raiding Turtle Bean underscore. Get ready. It's another MLBA match. Feinberg versus Vagabond. Should be an insane match. Feinberg has been playing so well. Vagabond has been playing well as well. You're dying. Don't die. Don't stop looking. Don't look over there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for the follows. I will be back with more casting. Super fun that you guys enjoyed it. And enjoy watching more MLBA. You did not see it. Go to